Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 65th Institute Foundation Day of IIT Kanpur. Our chief guest is soon going to arrive at the auditorium. 2nd of November 2024 marks the completion of 65 years of establishment of IIT Kanpur. We celebrate this day as the Institute Foundation Day. And we're fortunate to have our Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Rajnath Singh Ji, for this event. He will soon be arriving at the main auditorium. We will keep you posted. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I request everyone to kindly settle down. Our chief guest has arrived. Please keep your mobile phones on silent or flight mode. And please avoid any kind of movement in the hall during the event.
एक बार पुनः आप सबका हार्दिक स्वागत, हार्दिक अभिनंदन है. Increase the volume little bit here, yeah. देवी और सज्जनों, माननीय रक्षा मंत्री जी का मंच पर आगमन. आइए जोरदार तालियों से देश के यशस्वी रक्षा मंत्री जी का अभिवादन करें.
Namaskar and good evening to all our esteemed guests present here. I'm Shweta Kumar from IIT Kanpur, and I feel privileged to have Colonel Rajesh Jindal from the Indian Army as my co-host for today's event.
Thank you, Shweta ji. जय हिंद श्रीमान. शुभ संध्या देवी और सज्जनों. IIT कानपुर के दिव्य प्रांगण में स्थित इस खूबसूरत ऑडिटोरियम में उत्तर प्रदेश के लाडले सपूत भारत के माननीय रक्षा मंत्री जी की गरिमामय उपस्थिति से हम सभी गौरवान्वित हैं. It's a great honor to be amidst this galaxy of luminaries. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, year 2024 is being observed as year of technology absorption by the Indian Army. That makes this day more special for any army officer. आज नया उदीयमान भारत रक्षा मंत्रालय के तत्वाधान में सशस्त्र सैन्य बलों, अकेडमिया एवं इंडस्ट्री के आपसी तालमेल से रक्षा क्षेत्र में आत्मनिर्भरता के नए शिखर चढ़ रहा है. डिफेंस कॉरिडोर एवं पूर्वांचल एक्सप्रेस जैसे कीर्तिमान स्थापित कर रहा है. और मैं और श्वेता जी की जुगलबंदी भी आज इस ऐतिहासिक कार्यक्रम का संयुक्त संचालन भारतीय सेना एवं IIT की समन्वित ऊर्जा का प्रतीक है. एकेडमिया और भारतीय सशस्त्र सैन्य बलों के तालमेल एवं सामूहिक पुरुषार्थ का प्रतिबिंब है. उत्तर प्रदेश की वीर प्रसूता धरती पर जन्मे अमर क्रांतिवीर पंडित राम प्रसाद बिस्मिल की वो कालजयी पंक्तियां याद आती हैं. हे मातृभूमि तेरी जय हो, सदा विजय हो. हे मातृभूमि तेरी जय हो, सदा विजय हो। प्रत्येक भक्त तेरा सुख शांति कांतिमय हो। तेरा प्रकोप सारे जग का महाप्रलय हो। तेरी प्रसन्नता ही आनंद का विषय हो। राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि के इन आदर्शों के अथक अनुपालक मां भारती के अनन्य साधक माननीय रक्षा मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह जी हमारे मुख्य अतिथि का प्रोफेसर मणिंद्र अग्रवाल डायरेक्टर आईआईटी कानपुर की ओर से हम हार्दिक अभिनंदन करते हैं।
We also welcome Shri Sanjeev Kumar ji, Secretary of the Department of Defense Production, Ministry of Defense, Government of India. Esteemed members of the Army, distinguished alumni, members of the Board of Governors, the Academic Senate, faculty, staff, students, well-wishers, including members of the press present here today, and those who are joining us virtually from around the world. We would also like to extend our heartfelt congratulations and a very warm welcome to our Institute Fellows, distinguished alumni, distinguished service, and young alumni awardees who have joined us from across the globe, both in person and virtually. Here, we are privileged to have on the stage Professor Manindra Agrawal, Director, IIT Kanpur, Professor Braj Bhushan, Deputy Director, IIT Kanpur, and Professor Amay Karkare, Dean of Resources and Alumni on the stage.
12 मार्च 2021 साबरमती आश्रम से आज़ादी के अमृत महोत्सव का आगाज करते हुए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कहा था, एंड आई कोट, किसी भी राष्ट्र का भविष्य तभी उज्जवल होता है जब वो अपने अतीत के अनुभवों और विरासत के गर्व से पल पल जुड़ा रहता है, अपने स्वाभिमान की परंपराओं से अगली पीढ़ी को संस्कारित करता है। देवी और सज्जनों, आईआईटी कानपुर का गौरवशाली इतिहास देश की अमूल्य धरोहर है जिसने मां भारती का मस्तक पूरी दुनिया में ऊंचा किया है। 65वें स्थापना दिवस का यह उत्सव आईआईटी कानपुर की उन प्रतिभाओं के प्रति नमन है जिन्होंने नए उदीयमान भारत के निर्माण में अहम भूमिका निभाई है।
I would now request all the dignitaries present on stage to kindly come forward for the ceremonial lighting of lamp, which symbolizes knowledge and wisdom.
सभी गणमान्य विभूतियों से आग्रह, कृपया मंगलमय आगाज के लिए दीप प्रज्वलित करें।
शुभं करोति कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते।
अस्तो मां सद्गमया तमसो मां ज्योतिर्गमय की शाश्वत परंपराओं वाला हमारा भारत, जहां ज्योति प्रतीक है न केवल प्रकाश का बल्कि संपन्नता का, मंगल का, विजय का, कल्याण का। थैंक यू वेरी मच ऑनरेबल रक्षा मंत्री सर। योर ग्रेशियस प्रेजेंस इंस्पायर्स अस ऑल एंड इज अ सोर्स ऑफ मोटिवेशन फॉर एवरी सोल्जर, फॉर एवरी सिटीजन। May now request Director IIT to present a memento as a token of our gratitude to our chief guest. Ladies and gentlemen, let's join our hands together. Glorious moments in the history of IIT Kanpur. Another glorious chapter is being added. स्मृति चिन्ह प्रतीक कृतज्ञता का इन यादगार पलों को और यादगार बनाते हुए
Another beautiful custom that we have in India is to invoke Ma Saraswati, goddess of learning, who illuminates the path of knowledge, dispels ignorance, and inspires us to reach new heights in learning and wisdom. Following that, I call upon Mrs. Pragya Sameer Khandekar to kindly come up on stage and recite the Vandana.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषार हारधवला या शुभ्र वस्त्रावृता या वीणावर दण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासना या ब्रह्मा च्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निशेष जाड्यापहा हस्ते स्फाटिकमालिकं विदधतीं पद्मासने संस्थितां वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं बुद्धिप्रदा शारदा ॐ नाद ब्रह्मा
बुद्धि प्रदान शारदाम, वो शब्द जो हम सबको उस दिव्य दुनिया में ले जाते हैं, invoking the heavenly blessings of Ma Saraswati, goddess of wisdom that embodies the knowledge and the human consciousness. May I now request Professor Manindra Agrawal, Director IIT Kanpur, for the welcome address, please.
Chief guest of the event, Honorable Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, Defence Minister of India, Shri Sanjeev Kumar, Secretary Defence Productions, Dr. Sameer Kamath, Secretary Department of Defence R&D and Chairman DRDO, Sir Vinay Pathak, Vice Chancellor CSJMU, Shri Shantanu Roy, CMD Bemel, Shri Sajal Prakash, GMHAL, Professor Braj Bhushan, Deputy Director, Professor Karkare, Dean of Resources and Alumni, and all other dignitaries present here, members of Academic Senate of the Institute Fellows and the Distinguished Alumnus Awardees, Distinguished Service Awardees, and Young Alumnus Awardees, and their family members. All the alumni who have joined us virtually to witness this event, the staff and the student community, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I heartily welcome all of you to the 65th Foundation Day celebrations of the IIT Kanpur. This is a day when we look back at the past journey of the Institute and plan out our journey of the future. It's also the day when we honor those amongst us who have created a deep impact in the world outside as well as within. And my heartiest congratulations to all the awardees who are present here today and those also who could not come for making this impact and making the Institute proud. Like I said, on this day, we look at the past and plan for the future. So a brief overview of the past 1 year of the Institute is in order. We have made very significant progress in our aim to establish major R&D centers at the Institute. One of them is Kotak School of Sustainability, which was founded thanks to Kotak Mahindra's bank generous support. It has come into operations, the target being create sustainable solutions. Associated with it or allied with it is also AI Center of Excellence in Sustainable Cities, which has recently been awarded to IIT Kanpur with the focus on using AI technology, develop tools to solve challenges faced by cities of today. We also have a couple of major projects under National Quantum Mission and number of defense-related activities. Some of them were evidenced today when these 6 projects were identified and sanctioned by DRDO to the Institute. And going beyond, the number of startups working in drone space, cybersecurity space, augur very well for the Institute's future. And coming to the future, having taken over as director just 6 months ago, I aim to focus our energies towards creating solutions for our country that can have a lasting impact. We know that we have tremendous talent on our campus. It just needs to be harnessed well and supported enough so that everybody, every group in the Institute feels empowered to make that impact. So with that hope, I wish you a great Foundations Day once again, and thank you all for joining. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite Professor Braj Bhushan, Deputy Director, IIT Kanpur, to introduce and invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, Defense Minister, Government of India, to kindly give the Foundation Day address.
Good afternoon, everyone. On the auspicious occasion of the 65th Foundation Day, it is my privilege to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed Chief Guest, Shri Rajnath Singh Ji. Though he requires no introduction, I would like to share a brief overview of his remarkable journey. Shri Rajnath Singh, India's Defense Minister and one of the nation's most senior political leaders, began his public life as a student with the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad, AVVP, and later rose to serve as the national president of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Entering active politics in 1974, he held several prominent roles, including Education Minister of Uttar Pradesh and the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, where he introduced transformative measures like the Anti-Copying Act, Vedic mathematics, and a reformed history curriculum to highlight India's rich heritage. In 2003, he became Union Minister for Agriculture. In 2014, he assumed the role of Union Minister of Home Affairs, and in 2019, he became the Defense Minister of the country. In his role as Defense Minister, Shri Rajnath Singh has championed initiatives for self-reliance and gender equality within the armed forces, notably spearheading efforts to induct women into the Indian Armed Military Police. A dedicated prominent of Indian cultural legacy, he envisions India as a Vishwaguru and emphasizes the importance of connecting youth with India's civilizational values. With over 5 decades of public service, his commitment to youth engagement and nation building remains as steadfast as ever, reflecting his enduring spirit as a teacher at heart. May I now invite Shri Rajnath Singh Ji to kindly come forward and address the gathering.
Friends, I would like to deliver my speech in Hindi. Director IIT Kanpur, Sri Mananji Agarwal, Secretary Defense Production, Sri Sanjeev Kumar, Secretary DD R&D, and Chairman DRDO, Dr. Samir V. Kamath, Professor Braj Bhushan, Deputy Director, Professor Ame Karkare, Dean of Resources and Alumni, respected faculty and government officials, respected alumni, young entrepreneurs और मेरे प्रिय छात्रों, सबसे पहले मैं आप सभी को साइंस और टेक्नोलॉजी के इस मंदिर में इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी कानपुर के 65th फाउंडेशन डे पर हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं। साथियों, कानपुर का भारत के इतिहास में जो योगदान रहा है वह रिमार्केबल है। कानपुर ने भारत को अनेक रत्न दिए हैं। तात्या टोपे, गणेश शंकर विद्यार्थी और कैप्टन लक्ष्मी सहगल जैसे अनेक स्वतंत्रता संग्राम सेनानियों का संबंध इस कानपुर से रहा है। विजयी विश्व तिरंगा प्यारा, झंडा ऊंचा रहे हमारा, यह फ्लैग सॉन्ग की रचना करने वाले श्री श्यामलाल गुप्त पार्षद भी यहीं के थे। वैसे तो समय समय पर कानपुर आना होता ही रहता है मेरा, लेकिन इस बार IIT कानपुर में भी आना मेरे लिए एक सुखद अनुभूति है। IIT कानपुर ने जिस प्रकार से अपनी स्थापना के समय से ही साइंटिफिक स्टडी तथा रिसर्च के उदाहरण पेश किए हैं वह इनक्रेडिबल है। साथियों, अभी हाल के कुछ कामों की मैं चर्चा करूं तो कोविड-19 के दौरान आपने जो सूत्रा मॉडल डेवलप किया उसने इस पैंडेमिक की सटीक भविष्यवाणी करने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाई थी। इस मॉडल की सहायता से पैंडेमिक के प्रसार का सही अनुमान लगाया गया, जिससे इसे बेहतर ढंग से मैनेज करने की स्ट्रेटजी और टैक्टिक्स डेवलप करने में मदद मिली थी। IIT कानपुर देश में साइबर सिक्योरिटी टेक्नोलॉजी इनोवेशन हब इस्टेब्लिश करने वाला पहला इंस्टीट्यूट भी है। यह C3I इनोवेशन हब है जो नेशनल मिशन ऑन इंटर डिसिप्लिनरी साइबर फिजिकल सिस्टम की मैं मानता हूं एक पहल है। इस हब का मुख्य उद्देश्य साइबर सिक्योरिटी और साइबर फिजिकल सिस्टम की सिक्योरिटी के सभी पहलुओं का समाधान करना है। इसके साथ ही IIT कानपुर ने बेहतरीन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के साथ अपनी तरह का एक अनोखा मेडिकल कॉलेज भी स्थापित किया है। इसका उद्देश्य देश में हेल्थ केयर, मेडिकल रिसर्च और मेडटेक इनोवेशन के प्रति दृष्टिकोण में एक बड़ा बदलाव लाना है। यह तो कुछ उदाहरण घर आपके सामने हमने रखे हैं। इसी तरह हेल्थ, एजुकेशन, एनवायरनमेंट, डिफेंस आदि अनेक फील्ड्स में आपने जो काम किया है उसके लिए IIT कानपुर की जितनी भी प्रशंसा की जाए वह कम है। साथियों, आज हमने IIT कानपुर के प्रांगण में नीले गुलमोहर का वृक्षारोपण भी किया है। पर्यावरण के प्रति देश भर में जो जागरूकता फैल रही है उसमें IIT कानपुर की तरफ से उठाया गया यह इनिशिएटिव निश्चित रूप से सराहनीय है। और आप सब जानते हैं कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में हमने एक पेड़ मां के नाम इनिशिएटिव प्रारंभ किया है। यहां मौजूद आप सभी लोगों से मैं निवेदन करना चाहता हूं, मां जिसने गर्भ से हम सबको पैदा किया है, कम से कम उसकी याद में, उसके सम्मान में आप भी जरूर एक वृक्षारोपण करें, जहां भी करना हो करें। यह हमारी आप सबसे अपील है। आज परिसर में लगाया गया यह नीला गुलमोहर भी प्रकृति के प्रति उसी सम्मान का प्रतीक है। ऐसा माना जाता है कि नीला गुलमोहर यहां लगता है उस स्थान पर अपॉर्चुनिटी और प्रॉस्पेरिटी दोनों साथ आती हैं। मेरा मानना है कि यह नीला गुलमोहर अपने साथ IIT कानपुर के एडवांसमेंट और एडवांसमेंट के साथ साथ फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट की दिशा में और भी ज्यादा यह बढ़ोतरी लाएगा। साथियों, मैंने अभी मंच पर आने से पहले अनेक स्टॉल्स और कई प्रकार के इनिशिएटिव्स को देखा है। मैं देख रहा था कि वहाँ कई सारी ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजीज को शोकेस किया गया है जो खास तौर पर डिफेंस सेक्टर के लिए, बल्कि इससे आगे बढ़ते हुए मैं कहूँ देश की इकोनॉमी के लिए भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण साबित होंगे। मुझे यह देखकर भी खुशी हो रही है कि आप आईडेक्स की तरह सिडबी बैंक से स्टार्टअप्स की फंडिंग के लिए कोलैबोरेशन आपने किया है। और इसके अलावा DRDO द्वारा 6 प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए सैंक्शन लेटर्स भी दिए गए हैं। यह सभी निश्चित रूप से हमारे नौजवानों को, इनोवेटर्स को और रिसर्चर्स को उनके रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट्स के लिए सहायता प्रदान करने में मददगार सिद्ध होंगे, ऐसी मेरी मान्यता है। साथियों, आईआईटी कानपुर के टैलेंट और मेरिट की चर्चा केवल कानपुर तक ही नहीं होती, केवल भारत तक ही नहीं होती, बल्कि आईआईटी कानपुर के टैलेंट और मेरिट की चर्चा दुनिया के दूसरे देशों में भी होती है। क्योंकि जब भी मैं दुनिया के दूसरे देशों में जाता हूं, लगभग 40-50 देशों में तो जाना मैं मिनिस्टर बनने के बाद मेरा हुआ है, जितनी भी बड़ी कंट्रीज हैं, जहां भी मैं जाता हूं, यदि सीईओज के साथ में मिलता हूं, स्टार्टअप्स के साथ मिलता हूं, तो एक बार आईआईटी कानपुर की चर्चा जरूर आती है। मैं भी उत्तर प्रदेश का रहने वाला हूं, मित्रों, मेरा भी सीना चौड़ा होता है। आज जब मैं यहां आया हूं तो मैं आप सबके टैलेंट को प्रत्यक्ष रूप से मैं देख पा रहा हूं। मुझे पता है कि आपके गांव में, आपके घर परिवार में, आपके समाज में बच्चों के पढ़ने के लिए आपका उदाहरण दिया जाता होगा, और जो घर के आपके माता पिता होंगे, सगे संबंधी होंगे, वो जरूर कहते होंगे कि हमारा बेटा आईआईटी कानपुर में पढ़ता है। बच्चों से कहा जाता होगा कि देखो, यह भैया तो आईआईटी कानपुर में चले गए, यह बहन आईआईटी कानपुर में चली गई, तुम्हें भी उनके जैसा बनना है, तुम्हें भी आईआईटी जाना है। मुझे याद है कि जब मैं उत्तर प्रदेश का शिक्षा मंत्री था, उस समय एग्जामिनेशंस के समय स्कूल्स और कॉलेजेस में कॉपीइंग, नकल बहुत ज्यादा होती थी। शायद उस समय का कोई बैठा है कि नहीं, यहां नहीं कह सकता मैं। उसे रोकने के लिए हमने एंटी कॉपिंग एक बिल भी लाया था, ताकि एग्जाम्स को बच्चे ठीक तरीके से पास कर पाएं, और वही पास कर पाएं जो सचमुच डिजर्व करते हैं। क्योंकि उस समय जब मैं एजुकेशन मिनिस्टर बना था तो रिजल्ट्स जो आते थे 75%, 76%, 80%, और बच्चों से जब भी मैं बात करता था तो उस समय मुझे नहीं लगता था, जानकारियां जो प्राप्त होती थी कि मास कॉपिंग हो रही है और उसी के परिणाम स्वरूप इतने बच्चे पास हो रहे हैं। बहुत टफ स्टेप था, लेकिन फॉर्मली उस स्टेप को मैंने उठाया, और आपको जानकर आश्चर्य होगा कि उस समय रिजल्ट 14% आया था एंटी कॉपिंग ऑर्डिनेंस लागू करने के बाद, और मुझे गालियां भी खूब पड़ी थी। जिस दिन रिजल्ट निकला, उस पेपर को सारे बच्चे गाली देते हुए मुझे अपने पैरों से रौंद रहे थे। सच्चाई है कि कॉपिंग से हम बच्चों को पास कराकर हम भीड़ इकट्ठा नहीं करना चाहते, बल्कि हमने बच्चों के टैलेंट को निखारना था, यह हमारा उद्देश्य था। अपने लंबे राजनीतिक जीवन में विभिन्न जिम्मेदारियों को निभाते हुए मैंने जो कुछ भी अच्छे काम किए होंगे, मैं मानता हूं और मुझे इस बात की संतुष्टि है कि एंटी कॉपिंग एक्ट उनमें से एक है। मैं फिर से दोहराना चाहता हूं, हो सकता है कि इसकी आज भी आलोचना हो यदि मैं चर्चा कर रहा हूं, लेकिन उसकी मुझे चिंता नहीं है। बच्चे देश के भविष्य हैं, देश के निर्माता हैं। या तो हम उन्हें इंस्पायर करें कि नकल करना बुरी लत है, छोड़ो, पढ़ाई करो, नहीं तो फिर कठोर कदम तो उठाने ही पड़ेंगे। इसकी चर्चा मैं यहां इसलिए कर रहा हूं क्योंकि स्वयं मैं एक टीचर रहा हूं और मैं मेरिट का महत्व अच्छी तरह समझता हूं। आज हमारा देश अगर इतनी तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है तो उसमें आप जैसे अनेक मेरिटोरियस बच्चों का बहुत बड़ा योगदान है। साथियों, आजादी के बाद जब देश में आईआईटी की स्थापना की जा रही थी तो उस समय हमारे देश की शिक्षा की स्थिति जैसी होनी चाहिए थी नहीं थी, यानी अच्छी नहीं थी, और खासकर हमारे पास अच्छे और क्वालिफाइड इंजीनियर्स की कमी थी। एक तरफ तो हमारे पास उस समय फाइनेंशियल रिसोर्सेस की कमी थी, तो वहीं दूसरी तरफ हमें क्वालिफाइड मैन पावर की कमी से भी हम उस समय जूझ रहे थे। इसके बाद देश में मैनेजमेंट स्किल्स को डेवलप करने के लिए इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट्स ऑफ मैनेजमेंट की भी स्थापना शुरू की गई थी। यह रिमार्केबल है कि धीरे धीरे इन इंस्टीट्यूशंस ने जोर पकड़ा और देश के विकास में अपना इंपॉर्टेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन देना भी उन्होंने प्रारंभ किया। विशेष रूप से आईआईटी कानपुर ने देश के विकास में जो अपना योगदान दिया है वह सराहनीय है, और अपने 64 इयर्स की लंबे इतिहास में आईआईटी कानपुर ने देश को 45,000 से ज्यादा ब्रिलियंट ग्रेजुएट्स दिए हैं। और यहां से निकले ग्रेजुएट्स को मैं ब्रिलियंट इसलिए कह रहा हूं क्योंकि मैंने स्वयं ही इसका अनुभव किया है। मेरे लंबे राजनीतिक जीवन में अनेक लोगों ने मेरे साथ काम किया है, जो आईआईटी कानपुर से रहे हैं और जिनसे मैं बहुत ही प्रभावित रहा हूं। इसमें अनेक सीनियर अफसर्स से लेकर और इस समय हमारे कैबिनेट में कोलीग श्री अश्विनी वैष्णव जैसे लीडर भी हैं, जो हमारे साथ इस समय कैबिनेट में हमारे कोलीग के रूप में काम कर रहे हैं। अभी आपके सामने डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ डिफेंस प्रोडक्शन के सेक्रेटरी श्री संजीव कुमार जो इस डायस पर बैठे हुए हैं, ये संजीव कुमार जी भी इसी आपके आईआईटी कानपुर से ही हैं। और इस समय सेक्रेटरी डिफेंस प्रोडक्शन है, और इनका जो टैलेंट है उसका लाभ हमारी डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री को मिल रहा है। और यहां पर मैं देख पा रहा हूं कि इस संस्थान के अनेक ऐसे एलुमनी बैठे हुए हैं। आज आईआईटी कानपुर के अनेक एलुमनी को भी सम्मानित किया गया है। मैं देख रहा था कि अवार्ड्स एकेडमिक एक्सेलेंस, प्रोफेशनल एक्सेलेंस, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, मैनेजमेंट और ह्यूमैनिटी की सर्विस के लिए दिए जाएंगे, यह मुझे बतलाया गया है। साथियों, ये अवार्ड्स आपकी मेहनत और लगन, आपकी प्रतिबद्धता, आपके कमिटमेंट को रिकॉग्नाइज करते हैं। आपको सम्मानित करना, इस इंस्टीट्यूट के लिए स्वयं सम्मानित होना है। मैं सभी अवार्डीज को अपनी तरफ से विशेष बधाई देता हूं जिनको कि अवार्ड दिया जाना है। मुझे विश्वास है कि आप सभी इसी तरह लगातार राष्ट्र के हित में काम करते रहेंगे। सिर्फ आईआईटी कानपुर के नहीं, बल्कि आईआईटी कानपुर के डायरेक्टर पद्मश्री से अलंकृत प्रोफेसर मनिंद्र अग्रवाल जी की भी अपनी एक विशेष प्रतिष्ठा है। मैथमेटिक्स के फील्ड में इनका खुद का एक बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है, और मुझे बताया गया है कि इन्होंने अपनी टीम के साथ मिलकर सदियों से चली आ रही एक मैथमेटिकल प्रॉब्लम, जो कि किसी नंबर के प्राइम होने या न होने से रिलेटेड थी, उसके मॉडर्न वर्जन का सॉल्यूशन प्रोवाइड किया है। और कुछ मैं समझूं या ना समझूं, लेकिन फिजिक्स, मैथमेटिक्स और केमिस्ट्री तो मैं अच्छी तरह समझता हूं, क्योंकि मेरा सब्जेक्ट ही ये रहा है। देश दुनिया के गिने चुने मैथमेटिशियंस भी इनकी गिनती होती है। मैंने सुना है कि पूर्व में अपनी क्लासेस के दौरान सही आंसर देने वाले बच्चों को खूब चॉकलेट्स भी खिलाई है आपने, यह मुझे बतलाया है। अब पता नहीं यहाँ कभी क्लास लेते हैं कि नहीं लेते हैं, मैं नहीं कह सकता, लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ आईआईटी कानपुर में यहाँ का डायरेक्टर क्लास जरूर लेता होगा। अब आप लोगों को चॉकलेट्स खिलाते हैं कि नहीं खिलाते हैं, इस बारे में नहीं कह सकता हूँ। न खिलाते हो तो कभी आप शिकायत इनसे कर सकते हैं। मैं यहाँ के स्टूडेंट से कहना चाहूँगा कि यह आपका सौभाग्य है कि एक तो आप सभी विद्यार्थियों को आईआईटी कानपुर जैसी संस्था मिली है, उस पर भी आपको प्रोफेसर मनिंद्र अग्रवाल जी जैसे डायरेक्टर मिले। आपको एक ऐसा वातावरण मिला है, ऐसी संगत मिली है जो आपको नई ऊंचाइयों तक ले जा सकती है। संगत का क्या महत्व है, इस पर मुझे बहुत ज्यादा कहने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। गोस्वामी तुलसीदास जी ने रामचरितमानस में कहते हैं कि गगन चढ़ई रय पावन प्रसंगा, अर्थात धूल भी जब ऊपर उठती है तो हवा से मिलती है तो आसमान की ऊंचाइयों को छू लेती है। तो आप तो ब्रिलियंट माइंड्स हैं, आप तो आईआईटी कानपुर के प्रीमाइस में आकर निश्चित रूप से ऊंचाइयां छुएंगे, ऐसा मुझे पूरा विश्वास है, और इसके लिए मैं आप सबको अपनी तरफ से हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं भी देता हूं। साथियों, जैसा कि मैंने प्रारंभ में ही जिक्र किया था कि मैं टेक्नोलॉजी के मंदिर में आया हूं, और आप सब तो जानते ही हैं कि मानव का मंदिरों के साथ ऐसा संबंध है कि वह मंदिर में जब भी जाता है तो प्रायः किसी न किसी इच्छा से जाता है, कुछ न कुछ मांगने जाता है। चाहे अपने लिए शांति मांगने जाए, चाहे अपने लिए भक्ति मांगने जाए, चाहे अपने लिए पीस एंड प्रॉस्पेरिटी मांगने जाए, या फिर अपने और अपने परिजनों की अच्छी हेल्थ मांगने जाए। मंदिरों के साथ हमारा यही रिश्ता है कि हम वहां आमतौर पर कुछ मांगने जाते हैं। अब प्रायः मैं कह रहा हूं, प्रायः यही रिश्ता है। आज जब हम टेक्नोलॉजी के मंदिर में आए हैं, जब मैं आईआईटी कानपुर में आया हूं, तो मैं भी यहां से बिना मांगे जाऊंगा नहीं। मेरे मांगने का जो परिप्रेक्ष्य है वह मैं पहले आपके सामने रखना चाहूंगा। आज पूरी दुनिया में हर फील्ड में बड़ी तेजी से परिवर्तन हो रहे हैं। ये परिवर्तन चाहे इकॉनमी में हो, सोसाइटी में हो, साइंस के फील्ड में हो, हर फील्ड में डायनेमिक चेंजेज हो रहे हैं। और इस चेंज के पीछे सबसे बड़ा फैक्टर टेक्नोलॉजी है। साथियों, टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट के आधार पर यदि आप दुनिया का आकलन करें तो हमें 3 प्रकार के देशों के ग्रुप्स दिखाई देंगे। पहला ग्रुप तो उन देशों का है जो एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में आज पिनेकल पर हैं। इस कैटेगरी में जो देश हैं वह आज बेसिक या सेकेंडरी लेवल टेक्नोलॉजी डेवलपमेंट से कहीं आगे बढ़ चुके हैं। उनके पास रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट का सर्वश्रेष्ठ इन्वायरमेंट है और यही इन्वायरमेंट इन देशों को रोज नए फ्रंटियर्स अचीव करवा रहा है। इनोवेशन के दम पर यह देश आज साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में शीर्ष स्थान प्राप्त किए हुए हैं। इन देशों के पास यूएसए, साउथ कोरिया और इजराइल जैसे देशों को आप रख सकते हैं, इनका नाम ले सकते हैं। दूसरी तरफ एक दूसरा ग्रुप है जिसमें यूरोप के देशों का एक बहुत बड़ा समुदाय है। हालांकि यूरोप साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में काफी डेवलप्ड है, लेकिन उनकी टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट अब स्टैग्नेशन को प्राप्त हो चुकी है। पिछले कुछ वर्षों से कुछ अपवादों को छोड़ दें तो हाई एंड टेक्नोलॉजीज में यूरोप कंपैरेटिवली उतनी प्रगति नहीं कर रहा है जितना कि लोगों ने पहले सोचा था। जब मैं टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट की बात कर रहा हूं तो मैं सिर्फ डिफेंस सेक्टर की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, बल्कि मैं आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग, बायोटेक्नोलॉजी, कम्युनिकेशन आदि इन सभी की बात आपसे कर रहा हूं। इन 2 कैटेगरीज के अलावा एक और बड़ी कैटेगरी ऑफ नेशंस है जो हमारे जैसे मिडिल इनकम कंट्रीज की है। इस ग्रुप के देश एक प्रकार से टेक्नोलॉजिकल टेक ऑफ के स्टेज पर हैं। भारत को हम इसी तीसरे समूह में रख सकते हैं। हम अभी टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट में टॉप पोजीशन हासिल करने की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं और मैं तो कहना चाहता हूं हम तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। यहां मैं यह बताना चाहता हूं कि अभी हमारी कैपेबिलिटीज को आगे बढ़ाने का बहुत स्कोप हमारे पास है। और सिर्फ स्कोप ही नहीं है, बल्कि इसके लिए सफिशिएंट कंडीशंस भी हमारे पास अवेलेबल हैं। ये सफिशिएंट कंडीशंस इकोनॉमी के रूप में हैं, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के रूप में हैं, कम्युनिकेशन के रूप में हैं, और इसके अलावा आपके जैसे सेंटर ऑफ एक्सीलेंस और टेक्निकल एक्सपर्ट्स भी अब हमारे देश में उपलब्ध हैं। उड़ान तो हमने भर ली है, प्रश्न अब सिर्फ ऊंचाइयों को छूने का है। कितनी जल्दी अब हम कितनी ऊंचाई तक पहुंच सकते हैं, यही प्रश्न है। तीसरे कैटेगरी से उठकर पहली कैटेगरी तक पहुंचने की यात्रा हम कितनी जल्दी पूरी करते हैं, यही सबसे बड़ा प्रश्न है। दुनिया के सामने ऐसे अनेक उदाहरण हैं जहां हमने अपनी इनोवेशन और प्रोग्रेस को प्रूव किया है, चाहे वो हमारी आईटी इंडस्ट्री हो, सैटेलाइट्स हों या 5G नेटवर्क की शुरुआत हो। ऐसी अनेक चीजें हैं जिसे मुझे यहाँ पर आप सबके सामने गिनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन हमें यहाँ पर रुक नहीं जाना है, क्योंकि नए फ्रंटियर्स रोज खुलते जा रहे हैं। उदाहरण के लिए आप आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस को देखिए। दुनिया के अलग अलग देशों में इस टेक्नोलॉजी और इसके एप्लीकेशन को लेकर कॉम्पिटिटिव माहौल बना हुआ है। पूरी दुनिया इसको एक प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर मानते हुए इसमें एक्सपर्टीज हासिल करना चाहती है। अब ऐसे कॉम्पिटिटिव ग्लोबल सिनेरियो में हमारे देश के लिए यह बहुत ही आवश्यक है कि हम इन हाई इन टेक्नोलॉजी पर शुरुआत से ही पकड़ बनाएं, ताकि हम अपने पोटेंशियल को पूरी तरह से रियलाइज कर पाएं और देश की प्रोग्रेस में इनका कंट्रीब्यूशन इंश्योर करा पाएं। जाहिर सी बात है कि इसमें आप जैसे इंस्टीट्यूट का बहुत महत्वपूर्ण योगदान होने वाला है, ऐसा मैं मानता हूं। और मैं जिस इंस्टीट्यूट में यहां पर खड़ा हूं, यह कोई साधारण इंस्टीट्यूट नहीं है, बल्कि यह स्वयं में एक एकेडमिक इंजन है। IIT कानपुर यदि प्रयास करे तो भारत को इस कंपटीशन में एक डायनेमिज्म प्रोवाइड कर सकता है, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। अब मैं देश का रक्षा मंत्री होने के नाते आप सभी से डिफेंस इकोसिस्टम में टेक्नोलॉजी के बढ़ते हुए रोल पर भी कुछ बातें करना चाहूँगा। पूरी दुनिया में जिस तरह से वार और कॉन्फ्लिक्ट की सिचुएशन बनी हुई है, उसके बारे में आप सब अच्छी तरह जानते हैं। आप सब ये भी जानते हैं कि इन वार एंड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में टेक्नोलॉजी के नए नए रूप भी हमें देखने को मिल रहे हैं। विभिन्न प्रकार की नई नई टेक्नोलॉजी जैसे ड्रोन्स, लेजर वेपन, साइबर वॉरफेयर, प्रिसीजन गाइडेड मिसाइल्स और हाइपरसोनिक मिसाइल्स आदि का इस्तेमाल तेजी से बढ़ता जा रहा है। इस टेक्नोलॉजी ओरिएंटेड वॉरफेयर ने युद्ध को और अधिक घातक बना दिया है। स्थिति यहां तक पहुंच गई है कि स्पेस वॉरफेयर की बातें भी अब होने लगी हैं। इसलिए मेरा मानना है कि हमें भी इन मॉडर्न कटिंग एज टेक्नोलॉजी के डिफेंस एप्लीकेशन पर ध्यान देने की आवश्यकता है। कुछ ऐतिहासिक कारणों से इस क्षेत्र में एक क्रिटिकल गैप रह गया था, उसको जल्दी से जल्दी हमें भरने की आवश्यकता है। रक्षा क्षेत्र में सेल्फ रिलायंस हासिल करने की राह में भी सबसे बड़ी बाधा आज हमारे लिए यही है, कुछ हाई एंड टेक्नोलॉजीज जो डिफेंस इक्विपमेंट के लिए जरूरी होती हैं, उनको हमें मजबूरी में विदेशों से खरीदना पड़ता है। अब ऐसे दौर में सेल्फ रिलायंस की और तेजी से लगातार आगे बढ़ पाना भी अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज होता है। लेकिन वह चैलेंज ही क्या जिसे आईआईटी कानपुर में एक्सेप्ट न किया जाए। आप टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में आए हुए हर चैलेंज को एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, इसीलिए तो आप आईआईटी कानपुर हैं। आपकी प्रतिभा का लोहा पूरी दुनिया मानती है, इसीलिए आप आईआईटी कानपुर हैं। आप भारत में टेक्नोलॉजिकल रिवॉल्यूशन लाने का काम कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए आप आईआईटी कानपुर हैं। तो मैं आज इस टेक्नोलॉजी के मंदिर में आपसे यही अपील करने आया हूं कि भारत जिन हाई एंड टेक्नोलॉजीज को इंपोर्ट कर रहा है, उससे भारत में ही डेवलप किया जाए, ताकि तब कहीं जाकर हम वास्तविक तौर पर आधुनिक और विकसित भारत, मॉडर्न और डेवलप्ड भारत बना पाएंगे। साथियों, मैं आपको आश्वस्त करता हूं कि सरकार आपके साथ हर कदम पर खड़ी है। सरकार इसके लिए सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स को एक साथ लेकर चलने के लिए पूरी तरह से कमिटेड है। हमारा यह प्रयास है कि एकेडमिया और गवर्नमेंट मिलकर भारत को डिफेंस सेक्टर में सेल्फ रिलायंस बनाने का प्रयास करें, और हम सेल्फ रिलायंट डिफेंस सेक्टर में बनेंगे। मैं देश का रक्षा मंत्री होने के नाते पूरे कॉन्फिडेंस से मैं कहना चाहता हूं। एक ही उदाहरण आपके सामने रखना चाहूंगा कि एक यह समय था कि आज के 6, 7, 8 साल पहले भारत से जो डिफेंस एक्सपोर्ट होता था वो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 600 करोड़, 500 करोड़। आज हम मोर देन 23,000 करोड़ का एक्सपोर्ट कर चुके हैं। और मैं आपको पूरे कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ में कह सकता हूं 29-30 आते आते भारत डिफेंस आइटम्स का 50,000 करोड़ से ज्यादा एक्सपोर्ट करेगा। मैं आपको आश्वस्त करता हूं, सरकार आपके साथ हर कदम पर खड़ी है मित्रों। सरकार इसके लिए सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स को एक साथ लेकर चलने के लिए कमिटेड है। हमारा यह प्रयास है कि एकेडमिया और गवर्नमेंट मिलकर भारत को रक्षा क्षेत्र में सेल्फ रिलायंस बनाने का प्रयास करें। अकेले आईआईटी कानपुर के साथ ही 2014 से लेकर अब तक डीआरडीओ द्वारा 110 करोड़ रुपए के मूल्य के 159 प्रोजेक्ट्स पर कोलैबोरेशन किया गया है। सेक्रेटरी डीआरडीओ यहाँ है, जैसे ठीक है, फिगर सही है, इसको वेरीफाई करना आवश्यक है किसी वैज्ञानिक से ही। इसके अलावा आईआईटी कानपुर में डीआरडीओ इंडस्ट्री एकेडमिया सेंटर ऑफ एक्सेलेंस भी स्थापित किया गया है। इस सेंटर का लक्ष्य एकेडमिया और डीआरडीओ के कोलैबोरेशन से एडवांस डिफेंस टेक्नोलॉजी पर रिसर्च करना है। साथियों, जब मैं आप सबसे डिफेंस प्रोडक्शन में पार्टिसिपेशन बढ़ाने का आइडिया शेयर कर रहा हूं, तो मैं आइडियाज और प्रोडक्शन के बीच के रिलेशन पर भी आपसे कुछ बातें करना चाहूंगा। लेकिन इसके पहले मैं यहां पर डिफेंस इकोसिस्टम और इनोवेशन को बढ़ावा देने के लिए जो हमने इधर अनेक कदम उठाए हैं उसकी भी चर्चा मैं आपसे थोड़ा संक्षेप में कर देना चाहता हूं। सबसे पहले मैं इनोवेशन फॉर डिफेंस एक्सेलेंस आईडेक्स का नाम आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, कि जिक्र आपसे यहाँ पर मैं करना चाहूँगा। आईडेक्स ने डिफेंस इनोवेशन के क्षेत्र में रिवॉल्यूशनरी काम किया है। इसके अंतर्गत हम स्टार्टअप्स एमएसएमईज को 1.5 करोड़ रुपए तक का ग्रांट दे रहे हैं, लगभग 1.5 करोड़ रुपए तक का ग्रांट देते हैं। 2024 में जब हमने अदिति यानी एसिंग डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द इनोवेटिव टेक्नोलॉजी विद आईडेक्स योजना शुरू की थी, तो रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट को बढ़ावा देने के लिए हमने इस ग्रांट को 25 करोड़ तक बढ़ा दिया है, और मैं समझता हूं कि एक मेजर स्टेप है। इसके अलावा भी डिफेंस सेक्टर में और क्या क्या कदम उठाए गए हैं उसकी बहुत डिटेल में जाकर यहाँ चर्चा करने का कोई औचित्य नहीं है, इसलिए इस बात को यहीं ड्रॉप करता हूँ। साथियों, मेरा यह मानना है कि किसी भी प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस के 3 पार्ट होते हैं। पहला आइडिया कि हमें क्या करना है, दूसरा एप्लीकेशन यानी उस आइडिया को धरातल पर लाना, और तीसरा प्रोडक्शन यानी एप्लीकेशन के द्वारा उस आइडिया को फाइनल टच प्रदान करना। आईआईटी कानपुर की बड़ी भूमिका आइडियाज को इनक्यूबेट करने में होती है, परंतु मैं समझता हूं कि आपको सिर्फ यहीं पर नहीं रुक जाना है, बल्कि इससे आगे भी आपको इस पूरे चेन रिएक्शन में अपनी महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभानी है, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि आप यह काम कर सकते हैं। वैसे तो आपने अब तक टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में अच्छा खासा काम किया है, लेकिन अब आपको इससे भी कहीं आगे बढ़कर सोचने की आवश्यकता है। मतलब जब आपको ऐसे आइडिया डेवलप करने होंगे जिसकी अभी हमें आवश्यकता है तो दिख नहीं रही है, लेकिन वह चीज़ें डेवलप होने के बाद वास्तव में हमारे लिए आवश्यकता बन जाएंगी। अब आपको ऐसे ऐसे आइडियाज लाने हैं जो हमारी ज़रूरत बन जाएं, हमारे फोर्सेस को ऐसा लगे कि आपके इस टेक्नोलॉजिकल सपोर्ट के बिना तो अब हम अधूरे हैं। साथियों, मैं चर्चा कर रहा था डॉक्टर मनिंदर अग्रवाल से आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में। मैं ये पूछ रहा था कि एनालिसिस और डिसीजन मेकिंग, ये दोनों काम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के माध्यम से होता है, इसमें क्या करना चाहिए और आगे हमारे यहाँ के छात्रों को क्या करना चाहिए। तो मैं यही उनसे जानकारी हासिल कर रहा था, क्या कुछ ऐसे टूल्स डेवलप किए जा सकते हैं हमारे छात्रों के द्वारा जो उसकी इफिशिएंसी को और अधिक इन्हांस कर सकें और साथ ही साथ एक्यूरेसी को भी बढ़ा सकें। अभी इस संबंध में मुझे पूरी जानकारी नहीं है, इसलिए कई लोगों से इस संबंध में मैं चर्चा कर रहा था, और यह विषय आपके लिए मैं छोड़ता हूं। और आप चाहें तो पत्र के माध्यम से या टेलीफोन के माध्यम से भी मेरी जानकारी इस क्षेत्र में बढ़ा सकते हैं, क्योंकि आईआईटी कानपुर से बेहतर सेंटर और कोई दूसरा नहीं हो सकता जहां पर कि मैं इसकी चर्चा करूं। साथियों, आज मौका है कि मैं इस मंच से आप और आपके जैसे इंस्टीट्यूशन तथा इंडियन एजुकेशनल सिस्टम के कंटेक्स्ट में भी कुछ बात करूं। सामान्य तौर पर अनेक विद्वानों ने भारत के एजुकेशन सिस्टम में एक बड़ी कमी की ओर ध्यान आकृष्ट किया है। वह यह है कि हमारी एकेडमिया में रिसर्च ओरिएंटेशन की कमी देखने को मिलती है, चाहे वह नेचुरल साइंस हो या सोशल साइंस हो, या हमारे देश में ओरिजिनल रिसर्च की कमी आम तौर पर देखने को मिलती है। लेकिन आज उसमें बहुत इंप्रूवमेंट आया है। हमारे यहाँ भी रिसर्च इकोसिस्टम जितना डेवलप होना चाहिए उतना भी हम डेवलप नहीं कर पाए हैं। यह भी हमारे लिए एक चुनौती है, और इस चुनौती को आप ही स्वीकार कर सकते हैं और कोई दूसरा स्वीकार नहीं कर सकता। इसी संदर्भ में आईआईटी कानपुर अपनी बड़ी भूमिका निभा सकता है, मेरा ये मानना है। दुनिया की टॉप यूनिवर्सिटीज में भी आईआईटी कानपुर को बेहद सम्मान के नजरिए से देखा जाता है। इस संस्था की एक ग्लोबल रेपुटेशन है। ऐसे में मुझे लगता है कि इस दिशा में आप और भी बेहतर कर सकते हैं। आप अभी जितना रिसर्च आउटपुट दे रहे हैं, आपकी सिर्फ इतने भर की क्षमता नहीं है, बल्कि आपका जो स्टेचर है उसके अनुसार तो आप अभी और बेहतर प्रदर्शन कर सकते हैं और कर सकते नहीं हैं। मैं शुभकामनाएं दे रहा हूं, और देख लेना शुभकामनाएं या फलीभूत होंगी, आप करेंगे। और मैं शुभकामनाएं इसलिए दे रहा हूं कि मैं स्वयं टीचर रहा हूं। आपके पास जो टैलेंट है, आपका इस्तेमाल करके आप हायर रिसर्च पर फोकस कर सकते हैं। साथियों, अभी जब मैं यहां आ रहा था तो आईआईटी कानपुर की मैंने एक खास बात नोटिस की शायद आपने भी इस बात की ओर ध्यान दिया हो, इसके एंट्रेंस गेट को यदि आप देखेंगे तो यह बहुत साधारण सा लग रहा था। लेकिन जैसे जैसे अंदर मैं घुसता चला गया, आपको फिजिकल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, लैब्स, ग्राउंड, क्लासरूम जैसे कुछ बेहतर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और नॉलेज का एक बेहतरीन इन्वायरमेंट हमको मिलने लगा। मेरी समझ में इंसान को भी ऐसा ही कुछ होना चाहिए जैसा IIT कानपुर है। बाहर से तो वो भले ही बहुत साधारण दिखे, लेकिन उसके अंदर नॉलेज, इनोवेशन और समझ की गहराई होनी चाहिए, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। साथियों, भारत ने आप जैसे नौजवानों के बल पर ही 2047 तक एक डेवलप्ड नेशन बनने का सपना देखा है। साधारण बने रहिएगा। यह सपना कोई साधारण सपना नहीं है, बल्कि इसके लिए हम सबको एक संकल्प लेना है और उस संकल्प को पूरा करने की पूरी ताकत लगानी है। यह सपना इतना बड़ा है कि इसे कोई एक व्यक्ति अपने दम पर पूरा कर लेगा, यह सामान्यतः संभव नहीं है। हम सब भारतवासियों को, विशेषकर आप सभी नौजवानों को मिलकर इस दिशा में प्रयास करना होगा। एक प्रॉवर्ब आपने सुना होगा, इफ यू वांट टू गो फास्ट गो एलोन, इफ यू वांट टू गो फार गो टुगेदर। भारत को बहुत लंबा समय तय करना है और इसलिए हमें साथ चलना होगा। आप सबका तो मैथमेटिक्स से गहरा जुड़ाव है, आपने मैथमेटिक्स का यह फार्मूला भी पढ़ा होगा, a+b² = a² + b² + 2ab। यह फार्मूला भी हमें साथ मिलकर प्रेरणा देता है, लेकिन a - b² भले ही a² + b² - 2ab, बड़े मन से काम करने की जरूरत है। मेरे रिसर्चर्स को मैं कहना चाहता हूं, नौजवानों को कहना चाहता हूं। अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी कहा करते थे, छोटे मन से कोई बड़ा नहीं हो सकता, टूटे मन से कोई खड़ा नहीं हो सकता। बहुत सारे प्रलोभन आती हैं, बहुत सारी परिस्थितियां आती हैं, व्यक्ति सेल्फ सेंटर्ड हो जाता है, छोटे मन का हो जाता है, उससे बचना। मैं टीचर हूं इसलिए सब बातें मैं कह रहा हूं। बहुत बड़े बड़े चैलेंजेस जिंदगी में आएंगे, लेकिन घबराना मत। एक बार कामयाबी नहीं मिलेगी, दूसरी बार मिलेगी, दूसरी बार नहीं मिलेगी, तीसरी बार नहीं मिलेगी, तीसरी बार नहीं मिलेगी तो जिंदगी के किसी न किसी क्षण में कामयाबी मिलकर रहेगी। इस कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ आगे काम करते रहना, यही हमारी आप सबसे अपील है। मन कभी छोटा मत करना, मन कभी छोटा मत करना। छोटे मन से, जैसा मैंने कहा ना, कोई बड़ा नहीं हो सकता। मेरे बच्चों, छोटा मन कभी मत करना। परिस्थितियां ऐसी पैदा होती हैं कि व्यक्ति सोचता है, सेल्फ सेंटर्ड हो जाता है कि हम ये कर लेंगे, वो कर लेंगे, फलां का नुकसान हो जाए, अच्छा है। लेकिन इससे बचना है, इस फीलिंग से। मेरे जिंदगी का अनुभव है, ये बहुत ही घातक है, बहुत ही घातक है। और जितना ही आपका मन बड़ा होता चला जाएगा, जीवन में उतने ही सुख और आनंद की अनुभूति तुम करते चले जाओगे। मैथमेटिकल इक्वेशन में कहना हो तो मैं कह सकता हूं, मान लो थोड़ी देर के लिए, मन इज ए सर्कल, मन एक वृत्त है। तो मैथमेटिकल इक्वेशन में इसे कहना हो तो कह सकते हैं, सर्कमफरेंस ऑफ मन इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ सुख। Circumference of मन is directly proportional to the magnitude of आनंद। Circumference of मन is directly proportional to the परमानंद, यानी परमात्मा की भी प्राप्त हो सकती है बड़े मन वाले व्यक्ति को। और इस मन के साथ आप आगे बढ़ें। आप सबको मेरी बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। और अग्रवाल साहब, आपने आमंत्रित किया इस इंस्टीट्यूट में, इसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you for your illuminating address, sir. आपका हर शब्द हर भारतीय के लिए प्रेरणा है, आपके दिल की गहराइयों से निकले उद्गार इस ऑडिटोरियम में आने वाले एक लंबे समय तक गूंजते रहेंगे, इन युवाओं को प्रेरित करते रहेंगे। आपके यशस्वी मार्गदर्शन में आईआईटी इंडस्ट्री और सशस्त्र सैन्य बलों की त्रिशक्ति रक्षा आत्मनिर्भरता को नई गति शक्ति प्रदान कर रहा है। एक सैनिक होने के नाते मैं यहाँ ये भी कहना मुनासिब मानता हूँ श्रीमान कि चाहे 2000 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटे की रफ्तार से उड़ान भरते रफाल का कॉकपिट हो, दुनिया के सर्वोच्च युद्धस्थल सियाचिन की लहू जमाती चोटियां हों, या फिर हिंद महासागर में जयघोष करता आईएनएस विक्रमादित्य, माननीय रक्षा मंत्री महोदय ने हर मोर्चे पर तैनात सैनिकों को अपनी मौजूदगी से, अपने शब्दों से प्रेरित किया है, उनका मनोबल बढ़ाया है। बहुत बहुत आभार मान्यवर। Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to capture these glorious moments in a frame. May I call upon the Institute Fellow awardees to kindly come in front of the stage for a group photograph with our Honorable Chief Guest. I would like to invite Professor Jagannatham, Associate Dean of Faculty Affairs, and also to join for the photograph Professor Pradeep Sinha, Professor Rajat Moona, Professor Ajit Chaturvedi. All Institute Fellow awardees. These awards, ladies and gentlemen, were instituted in the year 2001 and are given for significant contribution in the growth of IIT Kanpur. Professor Sinha is in the Biological Sciences and Bioengineering Department. Professor Rajat Moona has made remarkable contribution in Department of Computer Sciences. Professor Ajay Kumar Chaturvedi earned his BTech, MTech, and PhD degrees in electrical engineering from IIT Kanpur, and he has also served in various leadership roles at IIT Kanpur. तुम समय की रेत पर छोड़ते चलो निशान, देखती तुम्हें ज़मीं, देखता है आसमां। इन यादगार पलों को कैमरे के माध्यम से सजाकर संजोकर रखने के लिए
Thank you, everyone. Now I would request alumni awardees to please come up on stage for a group photograph with our honorable chief guest. Shri Harsh Kumar, Shri Shashidhar Sinha, Dr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey, Shri Ranjan Chopra, Professor Sunil Agrawal, Shri K. Kritivasan, Shri Rajat Dhawan.
After Shri Rajat Dhawan, we would request Sumit Gulwani, Shri Amit Kumar, Dr. Saurabh Kumar Tiwari, Shri Anurag Goyal, Dr. Rajiv Ranjan, Professor Aparna Singh. These award winners cover a wide spectrum of experience and excellence, ladies and gentlemen. Shri Harish Kumar is from 1973 batch, wherein we have Professor Aparna Singh from 2007 batch. So a span of nearly 30 years that is adorning the stage here today. These are the alumni who have elevated the stature and standing of IIT Kanpur, served as goodwill ambassadors. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Honorable Defense Minister, for sparing your valuable time to grace this historical day. Your presence has made this day very memorable, very special. मेरे तन मन में, मेरी धड़कन में, मेरी सांस में वो आबाद रहे वो मेरा वतन सबसे पहले मेरा, सब कुछ इसके बाद रहे। आपकी गरिमामय उपस्थिति के लिए बहुत बहुत आभार मान्यवर। आज के कार्यक्रम में आपकी उपस्थिति से अनुग्रहित करने के लिए हम माननीय मुख्य अतिथि का हृदय से धन्यवाद करते हैं। अब माननीय रक्षा मंत्री जी प्रस्थान करते हुए कृपया अपने अपने स्थान पर बने रहें।
Ladies and gentlemen, as we transition to the next segment, let's take a moment to celebrate the exceptional legacy of our IIT Kanpur alumni.
I'll request all these guests to kindly stay back. कार्यक्रम अभी समाप्त नहीं हुआ, कृपया अपने अपने स्थान पर बने रहें।
Through the video, we honor the achievements of our distinguished alumni awardees who have made remarkable contributions in various fields. Their journeys are an inspiration to us all, and they exemplify the spirit and values of IIT Kanpur. May I request the admin to kindly play the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now commence our next segment, that is Felicitation of Institute Fellow Awardees. We are honored to have on the dais Professor Manindra Agrawal, Director IIT, is Mr. Rakesh Sharma, President Alumni Association there, Can we request Mr. Rakesh Sharma, President, Alumni Association? Okay. Professor Brij Bhushan, Deputy Director, IIT Kanpur. Professor Amay Karkare, Dean, Resources and Alumni. And Professor Aditya Janganatham, Dean, Associate Faculty Affairs.
Ladies and gentlemen, taking the program forward, I would request Professor Aditya Jagannatham, Associate Dean of Faculty Affairs, to give a brief introduction about the Institute Fellow Awardees and read their citation.
Let's join our hands together for Mr. Rakesh Sharma, President, Alumni Association, who have just joined us.
Hello. Good afternoon. Director, IIT Kanpur, Professor Manindra Agarwal, Dean Resources and Alumni, Professor Amay Karkare, dear awardees, dear alumni, colleagues, students, ladies and gentlemen. The Institute Fellow Award, established by IIT Kanpur in 2005, is to recognize and honor the contributions of those individuals who have significantly contributed to the overall growth of the institute, which in turn have impacted Indian society in the fields of education, academics and industry, and have brought laurels and glory for the institute and the nation. Our first Institute Fellow Awardee is Professor Pradeep Sinha. I now request Professor Pradeep Sinha to kindly join us on stage. Professor Pradeep Sinha. Professor Pradeep Sinha was invited to join IIT Kanpur as visiting faculty in the Department of Chemistry in June 2001 to help spearhead a new biology initiative supported by a Member of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme, MP LADS grant pledged by Shri Arun Shourie, then an MP. Collaborating closely with the advisory body for the Bio Initiative, Professor Sinha developed both the short and long-term objectives for a future academic department in the broad field of biology. As a visiting faculty member, Professor Sinha outlined the educational vision, research, infrastructure, and recruitment strategies that led to the formation of the Department of Biological Sciences and Bioengineering, BSBE, in September 2001, where he became its founding head and served in that position until 2010. Under his leadership, BSBE gained national prominence as a center of excellence for research and education in biology and bioengineering. Professor Sinha has been a pathbreaker in cancer research, using Drosophila as a model organism to uncover fundamental cancer mechanisms that are challenging to study in humans. His research has revealed insights into cancer resistance and innate mechanism of elimination of cancer cells, termed cell competition. He also pioneered identifying elusive nuclear targets of human oncogenes in Drosophila, thereby raising the prospect of cancer drug discovery in vivo in a model organism. More recent breakthroughs from his laboratory include discovering an essential squamous cell cancer mechanism. These findings hold both biomedical potential and therapeutic promise. Professor Sinha has been previously a fellow of the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation at the German Cancer Center, Heidelberg, and a Satish Chandra Agarwal Chair Professor at IIT Kanpur. In recognition of his enduring contributions to institution building and his pivotal discoveries in cancer mechanisms, IIT Kanpur is proud to recognize Professor Pradeep Sinha as an Institute Fellow. I now request Professor Manindra Agarwal and Professor Braj Bhushan to kindly felicitate Professor Pradeep Sinha.
I would now request Professor Pradeep Sinha to kindly give acceptance speech.
Good evening. I'm deeply honored to receive this Institute Fellow conferment on me. I wrote down a few notes because our dean was very particular, only 120 words. As Tagore wrote, you cannot cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. The journey to make biology and bioengineering, acronymed BSBE, a defining mission at IIT Kanpur was sparked by Sri Arun Shoury's faith in this vision. I was privileged to help sail the BSB ship with partnership from core group of faculty from across all departments, which was led by Professor N. Sattamurthy of Chemistry Department. And today I also saw Professor Somnath Biswas, who was also part of that core committee, and supported by a steady fast backing of IIT administration, then Director Professor Sanjay Dhande. Early colleagues like Ganesh, Shankar, and many others that I see in the audience who were who dedicated their time and they toiled in their research laboratory and their classrooms to make this a thriving initiative. My deepest gratitude goes to my wife, Aarti, who is also there in the audience, whose unwavering support has been the bedrock of my life and work, and also to my daughter, Pooja, whose sacrifices made this journey a fulfilling one. Without Aarti's quiet strength besides me, this path would not have been possible. This honor is a tribute to all who nurtured the BSB dream at IIT Kanpur. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Professor Sinha. Our next Institute Fellow awardee is Professor Rajat Moona. I now request Professor Rajat Moona to kindly join us on stage. Professor Rajat Moona joined the Faculty of Computer Science and Engineering at IIT Kanpur in 1991, from where he obtained his BTech degree in 1985. Professor Rajat Moona was the Director General of CDAC from 2011 to 2017 and Founding Director of IIT Bhilai from 2017 to 2022. Professor Rajat Moona has contributed enormously towards education, automation, and computing in the institute as well as in the country. He has supervised more than 80 postgraduate theses, several PhD scholars, and taught several courses at the PG and UG levels. His contributions also include computerization of the JEE processes, JEE examination, and GATE examination. As founding director of IIT Bhilai, Professor Moona was instrumental in bringing up IIT Bhilai in record time, and the institute could move to its permanent campus. At IIT Kanpur, he was instrumental in developing several e-governance applications such as smart card-based driving licenses, vehicle registration system, institute ID cards. He also provided consultation in the National Health Card, National ID card, public distribution system card, and other initiatives. He was inducted in the Technical Advisory Committee of EVMs in 2009, resulting in the design of the M3 EVMs, VVPATs, and secure manufacturing processes for EVMs. He was also instrumental in defining several IT solutions for the Election Commission of India. Nationally, he has been a contributor to many projects, including electronic toll collection, UIDAI, electronic passport, etc. At CDAC, he played a key role in the National Supercomputing Mission, National Microprocessor Initiative, and Aadhaar-based e-sign mechanisms. Professor Rajat Moona is a recipient of several awards, including the Poonam and Prabhu Goyal Chair Professorship, Indo-US Science and Technology Fellowship, Vasvik Award, IESA Techno Visionary Award, Fellowship of Maharashtra Academy of Sciences, National Award of Election Commission of India in 2016 and 2021. In recognition of his stellar contributions to this institute and to the country as a teacher, researcher, technology provider, and administrator, IIT Kanpur takes immense pride in honoring Professor Rajat Muna as an institute fellow. I now request Professor Manindra Agarwal and Professor Braj Bhushan to kindly felicitate Professor Rajat Muna.
I would now request Professor Rajat Muna to kindly give acceptance speech.
Professor Manindra Agarwal, Director of the Institute, Sri Rakesh Sharma, President, Student Alumni Association, Professor Brij Bhushan, Professor Amey Karkare, Professor Aditya Jagannath, members of the Institute, alumni, ladies and gentlemen. It is an immense sense of pride that I feel in myself after being bestowed upon the Institute Fellowship today. My connect with the Institute had been multifaceted since 1981. I had been the student of BTech program in electrical engineering and a member of faculty of the Institute. The Institute has given me a lot, and it is virtually impossible for me to recount that. When I joined the Institute in 1981, I was almost a lost soul, having come from a Hindi medium education background. IIT Kanpur felt overwhelming and almost difficult to navigate. Friends in the Institute supported me then and made me alter my desire to leave back the Institute in helplessness. Had I left then, I wouldn't have been here. Subsequently, the support from the Institute gave in realization of my professional goals, which is also unparalleled. The environment that Institute gave me to pursue my own activities, be it professional, social, or any other form of engagement, gave me a form of strength that taught me fearlessness to be able to say wrong or wrong. Institute had been my karma bhumi and has taught me and shown me all hues of life. Thode khatte, thode meethe. It made me to be recognized as national and international level. With every learning that I got from the Institute, I realized that I gathered my inner strength. I do hope that in future also, I shall also continue to indulge into activities that will make the Institute proud. Against the vastness of things that the Institute has given to me, I feel myself very little too small. The Institute Fellowship that is bestowed upon me today shall remain the proudest possession of mine in my life. I do hope that I shall continue to remain worthy of this. Rakesh Sharma told me to mention that international domain names, especially .bharat in Devanagari, Gujarati, Marathi, and various other Indian languages were also developed in my leadership when I was at CDAC. So I thought I should actually mention that. Once again, I take this opportunity to thank everybody for being so affectionate, and I will be failing my duty if I don't acknowledge my wife, who always led the way together with me in all kind of steps that I took, my students who always were very, very friendly and were willing to do anything, and they really proved me in various different ways, and my colleagues who always supported me. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor Mona. Our next Institute Fellow awardee is Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi. I now request Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi to kindly join us on stage. Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi earned the BTech, MTech and PhD degrees in electrical engineering from IIT Kanpur. Professor Chaturvedi has the distinction of serving as the director of 3 premier national institutions, IIT Roorkee, IIT Mandi and IIAS Shimla. He has also been the chairman, Board of Governors of UP Textile Technology Institute, Kanpur. As a faculty member, he has served IIT Kanpur for more than 25 years, where he has also held the Sanjay and Rachna Pradhan Chair Professorship. A passionate teacher, he was conferred the Distinguished Teacher Award of IIT Kanpur and also the INSA Teachers Award. UG and PG students of the E department have long admired his teaching. A large number of students of several fundamental courses in the area of communications, and inspired by his teaching, a large number of students have chosen the field of communications for their professional career. It is a matter of great pride for the institute that several of them are now globally recognized eminent researchers. Further, some of his students are distinguished or young alumnus awardees of IIT Kanpur. Professor Chaturvedi has served IIT Kanpur in several important leadership roles, such as the head of the Electrical Engineering Department, Dean of Research and Development, and Deputy Director. Several initiatives taken by him have helped in shaping the charter of these offices. A large number of new building projects initiated by him have been completed recently. Perhaps the most important legacy of Professor Chaturvedi at IIT Kanpur is the research in the area of communication systems. His fundamental research in this area has brought significant visibility to IIT Kanpur. His contributions to waveform shaping and sequence design are pioneering and continue to attract the attention and citations of the global research community. As a result, IIT Kanpur today boasts of one of the strongest groups in communication among all the IITs. In recognition of his stellar contributions to this institute as a researcher, a teacher, and an academic administrator, IIT Kanpur takes great pride in honoring Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi as an institute fellow. I now request Professor Manindra Agarwal and Professor Braj Bhushan to kindly felicitate Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi.
I would now request Professor Ajit Chaturvedi to kindly give acceptance speech.
I would like to thank the colleagues in the institute who thought of nominating me for the institute fellowship recognition. I'd like to thank the selection committee and the board of governors, which thought that I'm worthy of this recognition. IIT Kanpur is like my third parent after my father and mother. What can you give to your parents? It is the parents that give you everything. I was fortunate, lucky, that I was holding important responsibilities in the institute, like the Dean of Research and Development and the Deputy Director, when the institute was making grand infrastructure plans, many of which have seen the light of the day. Whether it was the starting with the annual house and a series of buildings that came about, I was fortunate that I was sitting at that place. I feel that this address would remain incomplete if I do not mention the name of two individuals who showed extraordinary confidence in my very limited abilities. And these two individuals are Professor Sanjay D. Dhande and Professor Indranil Manna. If there was no limitation of time, I would have recounted several stories that how the institute has shaped up the way it is looking today, and what were the struggles, what are the travails, and the journey that lay ahead. Last but not the least, it is, if this honor is coming to me, it is due to the understanding of my wife Charu and my daughter Anya. I think I will share this honor with them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Chaturvedi. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would like to once again congratulate Professor Pradeep Sinha, Professor Rajat Mona, and Professor Ajit Chaturvedi, and take this opportunity to express our gratitude for their immense contribution and service to the Institute, and continue to look for guidance and encouragement from them in the future as well. Moving on to our next segment, I would humbly request Professor Amay Karkare, Dean of Resources and Alumni, to give a brief introduction about the Alumni Awards.
Good evening, everyone. I extend my warm welcome to the extended IIT Kanpur family and the dignitaries on the dais. The Distinguished Alumnus Award started in 1989. It is the highest award given by IIT Kanpur to its alumni in recognition of their outstanding achievements. Every year, the institute works with its alumni to honor individuals who have made a mark in their respective fields of expertise. They are selected for the award based on specific distinguished accomplishments in business and professional life and distinguished human service in community affairs. Our first awardee today is Mr. Harsh Kumar. I would like to invite Mr. Harsh Kumar to kindly join us on stage. Mr. Harsh Kumar is a veteran leader with over 51 years of experience in the North Bengal tea industry, holding key positions like Executive Director of Teesta River Beverages and CEO of Hind Tea Company. Currently, he is the visiting agent at Contemporary Brokers, where he has overseen the turnaround of multiple tea estates and plantation projects. A committed social worker, he co-founded the NGO Niswarth in 2006, providing healthcare, disability services, and vocational training across North Bengal and Assam, benefiting nearly 1.57 million people. Mr. Kumar graduated in mechanical engineering from IIT Kanpur in 1973. He has also served as chairman of the Indian Tea Association, and he is recognized for his community initiatives in water supply, education, and cultural programs. In honor of his contributions to the industry management and social welfare, IIT Kanpur confers upon Mr. Harsh Kumar the Distinguished Alumnus Award for 2024. I request our director, Professor Maninder Agarwal, and Deputy Director, Professor Braj Bhushan, to honor the awardee.
I would now request Shri Harsh Kumar to kindly give the acceptance speech.
Respected Professor Maninder Agarwal, Director, IIT Kanpur, other dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen. I am overwhelmed with gratitude for what I have received today, and I feel honored to be standing here in the presence of such a dignified, outstanding audience. My 5 years at IIT Kanpur has shaped my life to what it is today. During my professional career, over 5 decades in Northeast, working with Duncan's Tea and in various tea states of North Bengal, I have been associated with tribal, underprivileged persons since 1973. In 2006, I and my wife put all our personal savings together to form the first tea NGO, Niswath. Thank you. I'm proud to say that Niswath has empowered 1.5 million people to live fuller lives. We have imparted training to over 40,000 tribal and poor school children through our vocational schools. This year, 3 deaf and mute girls whom we taught from class 1 have now gone to Chennai for higher studies, and they are doing very well. There was this 4-year tribal child who was blind since birth, and his eyesight was restored through surgery. I cannot forget the smile on the face of this boy when he saw his face first time in the mirror, and tears in the eyes of his parents. Now, there are many such people, countless number, on whose faces we have brought smiles, and we continue to do so. Today, I thank my wife, whose soul and spirit continue to guide Niswath, my children Tanvi, Karan, Lijun, Munish, Niswath Secretary, Sanjana, and her team, Suresh, Paramjeet, Prabhat, who spend time and effort in Niswath. I would like to express my gratitude to my batchmates and friends for their encouragement and financial support to Niswath. Thank you, Preeti, Shaiste, KK, Sudhir, Gopal, RK, and Shailendra for taking time and be here in person. Thank you very much. The task ahead is huge. Niswath is just a drop in the ocean. I would like to invite like-minded people to join our cause and be the multiplier. Thank you very much, IIT Kanpur, once again.
Our second awardee for DAA today is Mr. Shashidhar Sinha. I would like to invite Mr. Shashidhar Sinha to kindly join us on the stage. Mr. Shashidhar Sinha, with over 38 years of experience in the advertising industry, he is the CEO of IPG Media Brands India, the country's second largest advertising and media buying group. Under his leadership, IPG Media Brands achieved significant growth with a revenue CAGR of over 19%, serving top clients like Amazon, Samsung, and Tata Motors. Beyond his role at IPG, Mr. Sinha has made notable contributions to the industry. He is the chairman of the Broadcast Audience Research Council, or BARC, and has chaired the Media Research Users Council, MRUC, making him the only individual to lead both TV and print audience measurement bodies in India. A civil engineering graduate from IIT Kanpur in 1979, Mr. Sinha also serves on several boards, including Dainik Jagran and IIM Amritsar, and supports social causes like Akhand Jyoti Hospital and TRRAIN. Honoring his stellar contribution to transforming the advertising and media measurement landscape, IIT Kanpur confers upon Mr. Shashidhar Sinha the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2024. I now request Director Professor Manindra Agrawal and Deputy Director Professor Braj Bhushan to honor our awardee.
I now request Sri Shashidhar Sinha to kindly give the acceptance speech.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Director Professor Agrawal and everyone, dignitaries on the dais and the audience. You know, while all of us here would have won many accolades, but this one is special because it's from your alma mater, where a 16-year-old you came into the institute, raw, and there's a lot we learned. I think what we are today, at least I speak for myself, I'm sure the others will also say this, is what was molded in those 5 years when we came in here. So, you know, two, three things I want to call out. The first, as a 16-year-old, when you walked in, you found this is an extremely egalitarian place. There's no caste, nothing, no class, no economic barriers. There's only one thing which mattered when you entered, which was the JE rank. So there's nothing else there. And then, you know, all of us who came in, all were reasonably good at studies, me included. And the first leveler was, you know, the relative grading which came in. And you figured out that you had to be humble. You had to learn very quickly to be humble. You know, the bell curve would be drawn and you'd find yourself on the wrong side of the bell curve. So you figured out, like, you know, and that has stayed with me. The humility has stayed with me. And finally, the friends you made, the tons of friends, the batchmates who saw you through thick and thin, most of them are still with us. So I think we still are a great fraternity. We are there for each other in whatever happens. So I think those early years, this college, this institute molded us. And that's really grateful to that, for this institute. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, my professors and teachers who were there. As is customary, I want to thank the family. Some of them are here. And my wife, Ina, who's been through with me thinking. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
So moving next, we have Dr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey as our next awardee. I would like Dr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey to please join us on the stage. Dr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey is a visionary leader in India's digital transformation with extensive expertise in finance, technology, and governance. He currently serves as chairman of the National Financial Reporting Authority, NFRA, where he ensures the integrity of financial reporting across India, contributing to nation's evolving financial infrastructure. Dr. Pandey is best known for his transformative leadership as CEO of the Unique Identification Authority of India, UIDAI, where he spearheaded Aadhaar, providing secure biometric digital identities to over 1.2 billion Indians. As chairman of the Goods and Service Tax Network, or GSTN, he modernized India's tax system, promoting transparency and efficiency for businesses. His tenure as finance secretary further cemented his influence in shaping India's economic policies. With a PhD in computer science in 1983 and a distinguished career in the Indian Administrative Service or IAS, Dr. Pandey has successfully integrated technology, policy, and governance to drive India's digital revolution. Honoring his stellar contribution to digital transformation and public policy, IIT Kanpur confers upon Dr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2024. I request our Director, Professor Manindra Agarwal, and Deputy Director, Professor Braj Bhushan, to honor our awardee.
I now request Dr. Ajay Bhushan Pandey to kindly give the acceptance speech.
Director Mr. Manindra Agarwal, the dignitaries on the dais, also in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. ये मेरे लिए एक बहुत ही एक भावुक क्षण है, and I am also very deeply humbled by this award. Today I remember that करीब 40 साल पहले जब हम लोग फाइनल ईयर में थे तो उस समय में एक बड़ा डिबेट हुआ करता था आपस में, बड़ा मन में एक डिलेमा रहता था कि आगे क्या करना है। हमने उस समय में सोचा कि एक सिविल सर्विस की तरफ हम जाएं, लेकिन उस समय में काफ़ी इस मामले में काफ़ी डिबेट हुआ, द्वंद्व हुआ, और यहाँ तक कि जो हमारे बड़े नज़दीकी लोग थे उन लोगों ने भी सोचा कि पता नहीं क्या हो गया है। और जब मैं यूपीएससी के इंटरव्यू में जब पैनल में गया तो उस पैनल में भी कई संदेह उठाए गए कि इतनी अच्छी पढ़ाई को, इतने अच्छे टेक्निकल ट्रेनिंग को छोड़ करके क्यों इस दिशा में लोग आ रहे हैं। और एक संदेह था कि शायद कि ये कोई पावर या प्रेस्टीज के लिए जा रहे हैं, और लेकिन फिर भी हमने जो अपनी जो मन की जो पुकार थी वो सुनी, और उसके बाद हमने कहा कि हम इसी दिशा में जाएंगे। और इसके बाद आप देखें कि अब जब पीछे मुड़कर जब मैं देखता हूँ तो ये महसूस करता हूँ कि इस संस्थान ने, IIT ने हमारे जीवन पे और हमारे उसके बाद में जो जो काम हुए उसमें कितना प्रभाव डाला है। ये देखा जाए कि पिछले 8-10 साल में जितने बड़े अपने देश में बड़े बड़े जो रिफॉर्म्स हुए, उस रिफॉर्म्स में एक साधन बन करके मुझे कुछ काम करने का मौका मिला। अभी कहा गया कि आधार एक डिजिटल आइडेंटिटी, करीब 2010 से लेकर के पहले आधार कार्ड जब दिया गया उस समय से लेकर के 2019 तक के करीब 120 करोड़ लोगों को आधार कार्ड देने का काम में उसमें हमने अपना हिस्सा बटाया। उसी तरीके से जब देश में देखा गया कि एक जीएसटी, एक टैक्सेशन सिस्टम कम्प्लीटली क्रम्बलिंग था और हमारा फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर, इतने सारे 28 स्टेट्स एंड 7 यूनियन टेरिटरीज, सबके अलग अलग टैक्स सिस्टम थे, सबको एक जगह पे कैसे एक बड़े से आईटी प्लेटफॉर्म पे कैसे लाया जाए, उसमें भी मुझे कुछ काम करने का मौका मिला। फिर यूपीआई, आज हम सब लोग यूपीआई को देखते हैं, उसका इस्तेमाल करते हैं। ये सब भी उसी आधार के ही फाउंडेशन पे सब कुछ बन पाया। उसी तरीके से इनकम टैक्स के रिफॉर्म्स, बड़े सारे रिफॉर्म्स। तो हमने ये देखा कि यदि किसी को टेक्नोलॉजी का नॉलेज हो और पॉलिसी और प्रशासन का नॉलेज हो, अगर एक ही आदमी को नॉलेज हो तो बड़े अच्छे तरीके से ये ही कुड कनेक्ट द डॉट्स। दिस इज़ व्हाट हैपेंड। तो इसके लिए मैं यही कहूँगा कि आईआईटी कानपुर में जो हमारी शिक्षा हुई, हमारा जो टेक्निकल रिगर है, जो लॉजिकल एनालिसिस है, ये सब जो हमें जो सीख मिली उसका बहुत ही फ़ायदा हुआ। यही नहीं, आगे भी मुझे तो लगा क्या कि हमें तो उसके बाद भी बोनस मिलता ही गया। कि आपको याद होगा कि सब कुछ लोग जो यहाँ पे हैं कि जब आधार के बारे में सुप्रीम कोर्ट में बड़ा एक विवाद चला था, और उस समय में प्रोफेसर मनिंदर अग्रवाल ने उस समय में हमारी मदद की। और जबकि आधार के बारे में जब बहुत सारी भ्रांतियाँ फैलाई जाती थी कि ये इनसिक्योर है, ये हैक हो जाएगा, आपका पूरा पर्सनल डेटा चला जाएगा, तो उस समय में प्रोफेसर मनिंदर अग्रवाल और रजत मोना उस समय में सीडैक के डीजी थे, उस समय में उन्होंने मदद की और आधार की विश्वसनीयता को इस्टेब्लिश करने में उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा योगदान दिया। तो उसके लिए भी मैं उनका काफ़ी आभारी हूँ। तो इस तरह से देखा जाए तो ये पूरा जो भी कुछ हमने काम कर पाए, इसमें आईआईटी कानपुर का बहुत ही बड़ा योगदान रहा है। और इसीलिए आज मेरे लिए बड़ा एक हम्बलिंग मोमेंट है कि जिसमें कि हमने ये सब काम कर पाए। ऑफ कोर्स मैं हमारे अपने जितने मित्र हैं, जितने प्रोफेसर ने जिन्होंने मुझे यहाँ पर पढ़ाया, उसके साथ ही हमारे परिवार के सभी पेरेंट्स, मेरे भाई, और ऑफ कोर्स जो कहा जाता है कि बिहाइंड every successful person there is a woman. So the woman is sitting here, my wife Namita, and my children, and also my friend. All I am really very grateful to all of them. And finally, thank you IIT Kanpur for this honor and for giving me this courage to walk on this path, which is very, very unusual. And I am and I will always be deeply proud to be part of this incredible family and institution. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Our next distinguished alumnus awardee today is Mr. Ranjan Chopra. I would like to invite Mr. Ranjan Chopra to kindly come onto the stage. Mr. Ranjan Chopra, Chairman and Managing Director of Team Computers, is a visionary entrepreneur who founded the company in 1988 with just rupees 54,000. Today, Team Computer employs over 5,000 people and has a turnover of rupees 3,500 crores. An IIT Kanpur graduate from 1983, Ranjan has also made his mark in the hospitality industry with ventures like Qla, Avatara, and Zorba. Ranjan's philanthropic efforts include digital literacy programs for prisoners and school children, advocacy for justice, and significant environmental conservation work, including planting over 50,000 trees. In recognition of his contributions to entrepreneurship, community service, and environmental conservation, IIT Kanpur confers upon Mr. Ranjan Chopra the Distinguished Alumnus Award for 2024. May I request our Director, Professor Maninder Agarwal, and Deputy Director, Professor Braj Bhushan, to honor the awardee.
I would now request Sri Ranjan Chopra to kindly give the acceptance speech.
सबको प्रणाम। पहले आए तो वर्ड सीखे मग्गू। मग्गू तो थे नहीं। आई ऑलवेज लव्ड फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल्स। फिर अभी फोन भी आया लोगों का, तुम तो बकायत निकले, तुम तो फतरू थे, बकायत कैसे हो गए। तो कई सारे बिजनेसेस स्टार्ट किए, बट उसकी नींव पड़ी यहाँ पर आईआईटी में। मैं अभी बात ही कर रहा था किसी से, 4 बिजनेस किए मैंने उन 5 सालों में, 2 फेल हुए और फेलियर सीख गए पहले, यू नो। एम्पलीफायर फैक्ट्री लगाई 4th ईयर में, और प्रोडक्ट मार्केट फिट तो आता नहीं था उस समय। टीए के वर्कशॉप में जाके बनाया, बेचा, थोड़ा बिका, प्रोडक्ट मार्केट फिट नहीं हुआ, फेल हो गए। एक सक्सेसफुल हुआ, खजुराहो के बस ट्रिप्स, यहाँ से लेके जाते थे लोगों को, बहुत पॉपुलर, और थोड़े से वर्किंग कैपिटल से और ट्रस्ट से, ब्रांड वैल्यू से ट्रक, वो बस मिल जाती थी और बहुत पॉपुलर हुए, वो सक्सेसफुल हुआ। तो बेसिक्स थिंकिंग जो आज बात हुई प्रोफेसर अमित रे से, सो ऑफ कोर्स डॉक्टर के आर शर्मा, रोनी बिस्वास, and I get a lump in my throat thinking of Dr. P.R.K. Rao. P.R.K. Rao के घर पे चले आते थे सांबर खाने, रसम, और पूछते थे कि सर ये क्रिएटिविटी क्या है। जिद्दू कृष्णमूर्ति की किताबें पढ़ते थे, बोलते देखो पत्ता गिर रहा है, दैट इज ऑल्सो अ क्रिएटिव प्रोसेस। समझ में नहीं आई वो बात उस समय कि पत्ता गिरने में कैसे क्रिएटिविटी निकल आती है, बट इतना कुछ सीखा इनसे, इतना कुछ आईआईटी ने दिया। और तो उसको पूरा कैसे किया जाए, यू नो। एंड काफ़ी लोगों ने बात की लीडरशिप, एक भविष्य, नया फ्यूचर बनाना। कई डेफिनेशंस हैं लीडरशिप के, एंड जैसे अजय ने कहा पहले, आज जो भले काम इन्होंने किए, आज हम रिसिपिएंट हैं, चाहे वो यूपीआई हो, जीएसटी हो, और आई फील सो प्राउड अबाउट ऑल, यू नो, ऑल द पीपल हेयर, व्हाट दे हैव अचीव्ड। फ्यूचर कैसे बनाया जाए, और आईआईटी कानपुर को थोड़ा गुरु दक्षिणा कैसे दी जाए, तो मेरे मन में वो बहुत स्ट्रांग इच्छा है कि आगे के लिए क्या किया जाए। तो और आज काफ़ी कुछ देखा मैंने यहाँ पर, क्या नाम था, रोजी, हाँ रोजी जो है कि उसमें जो अच्छा काम हो रहा है उसको मार्केट लीडरशिप कैसे दी जाए। तो किसान वगैरह के साथ जब मैं काम करता हूँ, अब किसान पहले उगाते हैं फिर मार्केट ढूंढते हैं, तो उसका रिवर्स किया जाए। पहले जो है तो हमने फूड प्रोडक्ट्स की कंपनी, कभी सोचा नहीं था। तो जैसे बातचीत हो रही थी कि इंजीनियरिंग की डिग्री यहाँ से ली, उसके बाद कॉस्ट्यूम बदलते रहे, और जो आर्ट्स के प्रोग्राम किए यहाँ, फिलॉसफी में मेरे को याद है महाजन जी से इंडियन फिलॉसफी का कोर्स, पूरी स्ट्रैटेजी और सोचना, और कौन से प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना है। प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना तो हमें बहुत अच्छा आईआईटी में सीख लेते हैं, हम कोई प्रॉब्लम दे दिए कर लेंगे सॉल्व, बट कौन से प्रॉब्लम को अटैक किया जाए। पानी की समस्या, रोजगारी की समस्या, जॉब्स, रूरल एरियाज में नौकरियां कैसे लेके जाए जाए वापस, तो वो कर रहे हैं हम लोग अभी, यू नो। एंड वो सारी थिंकिंग जो है वो आप हमारे नॉन टेक वाले कोर्सेस है, ऑफकोर्स टेक का जो बैकग्राउंड है वो सॉलिड है प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग के लिए। तो हम लोग सब हेल्दी रहें, मैं देख रहा हूँ काफ़ी। तो आने वाले टाइम हमारे 20, 25, 30 साल बहुत अच्छे साल हैं हमारे पास, और बहुत योगदान करने के लिए, देश के लिए, प्लैनेट के लिए, और स्पेशली आईआईटी के लिए गुरु दक्षिणा पूरी करनी है, करते रहनी है। तो सबको प्रणाम, बहुत अच्छा लगा आप लोगों से मिलके, मज़ा आ गया एकदम। और गले में वो एक लंप सी बनी हुई, तो मेरी बीवी कहती है, वहाँ बैठी है, तुम रोते बहुत हो, बेटा भी बोलता है, मूवी देख के अगर रोए नहीं तो मज़ा क्या आया। यहाँ आके जो है एक अजीब सी, यू नो, घर आ गए वापस। तो ऐसे घर आप लोग जो है, और जो ऑनर दिया आपने सबकी तस्वीर, मैं अपनी तस्वीर देखी, मैं तो एकदम हैरान, मैं ऑनेस्टली आई डिडंट एक्सपेक्ट इट। वो कहते हैं क्या दिल उमड़ आया, मतलब भर गया। सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। एंड श्रीकांत जो बैचमेट एंड बाकी लोग, नॉमिनेशन जिन लोगों ने किया, और आप लोगों ने इस मान के जो मान सम्मान हम लोगों को मिला, एंड उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you. Next, we have Professor Sunil K. Agrawal as our DAA awardee. May I invite Professor Sunil K. Agrawal to kindly come onto the stage and join us. Professor Sunil is a pioneering roboticist in rehabilitation robotics and currently serves at Columbia University, where he bridges research between engineering and medicine. He has authored over 500 papers, trained more than 40 PhD students, holds 20 US patents, and has written 4 books. Professor Agrawal's transformative work in improving functions for individuals with neurological injuries has earned him prestigious accolades, including the ASME Machine Design Award, Robotics and Mechanisms Award, and the NSF Presidential Faculty Fellow Award. He is also a fellow of ASME and AIMBE. A proud alumnus of IIT Kanpur, where he graduated in 1984, Professor Agrawal's educational journey has been foundational to his groundbreaking research. IIT Kanpur takes great pride in conferring upon Professor Sunil Agrawal the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2024 in recognition of his stellar contribution in the field of rehabilitation robotics to improve daily functions in people with neurological injuries. I request our Director, Professor Maninder Agrawal, and Deputy Director, Professor Braj Bhushan, to honor our awardee.
It's my singular honor to request Professor Sunil Agrawal to kindly give the acceptance speech.
I want to sincerely thank Professor Manindra Agrawal and his team at IITK for conferring this distinguished alumni award on me. I'm deeply moved. I want to thank my teachers at IIT Kanpur, especially Professor Amitabha Ghosh, Professor Sanjay Dhande, Professor Ashok Malik, who are also past recipients of IIT Kanpur Institute Fellows. They motivated me to study robotics when I was a student here at IIT Kanpur. I also want to thank my MS and PhD advisors, Professor Ken Waldron and Professor Bernard Roth at Stanford University, who instilled a love of research in me. Over the years, I have advised many PhD students, postdocs, masters, and undergraduate students. They have kept me engaged in research, which has been deeply satisfying to me. My current work in rehabilitation robotics requires me to interact on a daily basis with clinicians in neurology, orthopedics, and geriatrics, as well as patients and their families. This makes my work fun, rewarding, busy, and meaningful. I take this opportunity to thank my parents and my immediate family, my wife Seema and my children Nilima and Naman, who have always encouraged me to continue on this journey and explore new things. I humbly accept this award on behalf of this village which has raised me. Thank you.
Our next distinguished awardee is Mr. K. Kritivasan. I would like to invite Mr. K. Kritivasan to join us on stage. On June 1st, 2023, Mr. K. Kritivasan became CEO and MD of Tata Consultancy Services. With over 3 decades of experience, Kriti has led TCS to significant achievements, including a $2 billion brand value gain in 2024, making it the second most valuable IT services brand globally. His focus on customer centricity and employee empathy has also earned TCS recognition as a global top employer in 2024. Prior to his current role, Kriti was global head of the banking, financial services, and insurance BFSI business group, driving growth and innovation. Since joining TCS in 1989, he has held various leadership positions, contributing to company's global success. Born in Trichy, Tamil Nadu, Kriti holds a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering from the University of Madras and a master's degree in industrial and management engineering from IIT Kanpur in 1988. Honoring his stellar contributions in technology leadership and emerging business, IIT Kanpur confers upon Mr. Kriti Vasan the Distinguished Alumnus Award for 2024. I request our Director and Deputy Director to honor the awardee.
May we request Sri K. Kritivasan to kindly give the acceptance speech, please.
Good evening, Director Manindra Agarwal, respected teachers and other dignitaries. My sincere pranams to all of you. It's a truly proud and humbling moment for me. IIT Kanpur is a place that gave me the confidence and capability to enter the field of information technology, even though I didn't pass out from computer science department. I passed out from, like I said, industrial and management engineering. In fact, we used to not really call it about I and me. And it's a small department then. It's now part of Department of Management Studies. We were like a very small family. I still cherish those days I spent here, and particularly in Hall 4, and the lifelong friendship that I have made here. As I said, it's a small department. I still remember all the professors. I definitely want to thank all of them, particularly Dr. Sadagopan, Dr. Ashok Mittal, Dr. Kripa Shankar, Dr. A.P. Sinha, and Dr. Bakshi, and my guides, Dr. J.L. Batra and Dr. Sanjay Dande. They made my stint in IIT Kanpur very productive and memorable, and I would like to thank them profusely for their guidance. At this time, I also should thank Mr. Chandrasekharan, Chairman of Tata Sons, for being my career guide and mentor, without whom I will not be standing in front of you here today. Last but not the least, I should thank my parents, my wife Savitri, and my daughters Sarda and Sri Durga for their constant support and understanding. With that, I want to thank IIT Kanpur once again for this honor. I wish all the very best to the institute and the students in their journey to attain greater glories. Thank you.
Our next awardee today is Professor Mahan Maharaj. He is not present with us today, but I will read the citation. Professor Mahan MJ, also known as Swami Vidyanathanand, is a distinguished Indian mathematician and a revered spiritual monk of the Ramakrishna order. Professor Mahan has made significant contributions to hyperbolic geometry, low-dimensional topology, geometric group theory, and complex geometry. His scholarly impact includes the authorship of several papers on Cannon-Thurston maps. In recognition of his pioneering contributions to the field of mathematical sciences, he was awarded the prestigious Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award in 2011 and the Infosys Prize in 2015. Currently, he serves as a professor of mathematics at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, TIFR, in Mumbai. He graduated in 1992 with an integrated MSc degree. He then pursued his PhD at UC Berkeley, completing it in 1997. Following his academic endeavors, he joined the Ramakrishna Mission in 1998, embracing a monastic life that culminated in his ordination as a monk in 2008. IIT Kanpur takes great pride in conferring upon Professor Mahan MJ the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2024 in recognition of his exemplary contribution in the field of mathematical sciences. Our next awardee is Professor Senthil Todadri, who is also not present with us today. Professor Senthil Todadri is a distinguished physicist and professor at MIT, renowned for his pioneering work in condensed matter theory. He has made significant contributions to the theory of deconfined quantum criticality and the discovery of dualities in quantum field theories related to two-dimensional superconducting states, with wide-ranging implications in physics. His research excellence has earned him numerous accolades, including recognition as a Simmons Investigator, Sloan Research Fellow, Fellow of American Physical Society, and induction into the American Academy of Arts and Sciences in 2023, followed by his election to the National Academy of Sciences, USA in 2024. After completing his undergraduate studies at the IIT Kanpur in year 1992 and earning his PhD from Yale University, he further honed his expertise as a postdoctoral researcher at the Kavli Institute for Theoretical Physics in Santa Barbara, California. He has been a professor at MIT since 2001, exploring novel quantum matter and phase transitions. IIT Kanpur takes great pride in conferring upon Professor Senthil Todadri the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2024 in recognition of his stellar contributions to the field of theoretical and condensed matter physics. So we have a message from Professor Senthil Todadri. May I request the admin to play the acceptance speech of Professor Senthil.
Dear members of the IIT Kanpur community, this is such a special recognition for me. The 5 years that I spent at IIT Kanpur were a period of tremendous personal growth, both intellectually and otherwise, and a great foundation from which to build a career. In my adult life, I've had the privilege to have some incredible mentors. The first such were some of the truly inspiring faculty I encountered at IITK, both inside and outside of the physics department. Next, I absolutely cherish my peer group from IITK, many of whom have become lifelong friends. Thank you all. I learned and continue to learn so much from you. My work involves extensive interactions with many talented people, my own students and postdocs, as well as other fellow explorers in the world of physics that makes the prose of academic research so much more rewarding. IITK has an outsized footprint in this global physics community, which is a matter of great pride for me. My family has been the core source of my strength. My parents, 2 sisters, and my warm extended family have been cheering me on and encouraging me at every stage of my life. My decision to leave the familiarity of southern India to pursue a degree in Kanpur in a subject with uncertain job prospects was baffling to them, but they supported me nonetheless. My wife Priya has been a rock by my side for 27 years. Her support and encouragement is what made possible any success I've had during this time. Finally, my 2 wonderful children, Navi and Meena, have kept me grounded and given me a great perspective on what is important in life. That, let me say once again, how deeply honored I am to be conferred the Distinguished Alumnus Award this year. Thank you and bye.
Our next awardee here for Distinguished Alumnus Award is Mr. Rajat Dhawan. I would like to invite Mr. Rajat Dhawan to kindly come to the stage. Mr. Rajat Dhawan is the senior managing partner and chair of McKinsey India, where he has been advising CEOs and boards on performance transformation, corporate strategy, and organizational effectiveness for over 27 years. Under his leadership, McKinsey has supported marquee clients across various sectors, including automotive, advanced electronics, pharmaceuticals, and oil and gas, helping them evolve into global leaders. Rajat has also founded several centers of competence in India, focusing on areas like AI, analytics, and manufacturing. A chemistry graduate from IIT Kanpur in 1994 and an MBA from IIM Lucknow, Rajat is also a founder of Ashoka University, India's leading liberal arts and sciences university. Beyond McKinsey, he is dedicated to fostering sustainable and inclusive growth for India, playing a key role in crafting India's roadmap for India's century through 2047, especially during its G20 and B20 presidency. Honoring his stellar contributions to driving innovation-led growth and performance transformations, IIT Kanpur confers upon Rajat Dhawan the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2024. So I request our Director and Deputy Director to honor the awardee.
I now request Sri Rajat Dhawan to kindly give the acceptance speech.
One minor correction before I begin, not chemistry, but chemical engineering, 1994. Honorable Director Saab, Professor Manindra Agarwal, dignitaries on the dais, faculty, fellow alumni, dear friends. As I stand here, I see excellence and distinctiveness all around me. That's IIT Kanpur for me. Right from the day at about 16 and a quarter, 16 and a half years of age as I set foot here back in 1990, the two words that have always inspired me about IIT Kanpur are distinctiveness and excellence in people around me, in professors, in the value system. And I'm today deeply honored and humbled to receive the Distinguished Alumnus Award from this prestigious institution that has inspired me. I have always had huge gratitude for two core values or mindsets that IIT Kanpur instilled in me. Rest, everything is a matter of detail. All the problem-solving capabilities, analytical thinking, technical skills, those are important, but the two core skills, number one, always set high aspirations, set the boldest aspirations. And I have tried to not only embrace this in whatever I have done, but I have also brought this mindset to the corporate sector in India. I started at McKinsey in the mid-90s, quite overlapping with how the economic liberalization was setting foot in India. And over the last 30 years, I have seen how the corporate sector in India has raised its aspirations from a very defensive mindset to today, a very offense mindset of going and conquering the world. And I think this aspiration shift has given a lot of satisfaction. And by the way, it has led to companies that have become world-class, globally competitive. And, I look back 28, 30 years, companies have grown 20, 30, 40 times in revenues, 100, 200 times in market value. But that's not important. What's important is it has created hundreds of thousands of jobs that have transformed the lives of people in the country. That has raised the quality of life in the country. So that sort of is one thing that IIT Kanpur has given me, and I have taken the torch forward. I think before I go to the second one, I would like to just say, and the chief guest Rajnath Singh ji quoted Tulsidas. Let me also bring a couplet that talks about why we should keep aspiring high. And it says, "Hai justju ki khoob se hai khoob tar kahan, hai justju ki khoob se hai khoob tar kahan, ab dekhiye ठहरती है जाकर नजर कहाँ." And that continues to inspire to aim high. I actually tried to bring this to IIT Kanpur too. I remember Professor Manindra Agarwal, 2011, we collaborated on how to think about IIT Kanpur in the global league of research excellence. How can it become an institute of research excellence? And I'm glad to see how much forward IIT Kanpur has come. And like a couple of years ago, we did another roadmap working with IIT Kanpur on saying, hey, how do we become a global of not just Indian eminence, but global eminence? So that's sort of the one value. I think the second value IIT Kanpur instilled in me is resilience. The mindset to just keep going, get up and keep going. There's always that statistical thermodynamics course where even a C grade is going to be a great grade, and you can get a C or a D, and then you'll still wake up and get back and keep running. But that extends throughout life. And now I know how good things happen only when we jump into the arena and show fight. Victory belongs not to the bystander, but the fighter in the ring, mired in dust and sweat, who falls, rises, and then keeps going. ऐसा बोला जाता है कि साहिल के सुकून से किसे इनकार नहीं, लेकिन साहिल के सुकून से किसे इनकार नहीं, लेकिन तूफानों से लड़ने में मजा ही कुछ और है. I am in debt and gratitude at having learned these foundational values at IIT Kanpur. And as I was going through the campus today, a lot of memories came back rushing to me. I recall the morning 8 a.m. L7 lecture hall where we would run with half-buttered toast, hastily buttered toast. It's no different. Today I run at the airports to catch a 7:30 a.m. flight with maybe some coffee in hand. In those days we would walk a few kilometers to the gate. There used to be this South Indian dosa place, and we would walk to fill up on calories, load up on calories. These days we walk a few kilometers to get rid of excess calories. So the more it changes, the more it remains the same. As I conclude, I think my passion in the coming time is really around, is stemming from the optimism for India, how this is India's time, how India could achieve sustainable and inclusive growth. And let's build a great and resilient nation. And I have no doubt that IIT Kanpur has a strong contribution to make towards nation building. And finally, as I conclude, I think huge thanks and gratitude to the family, because they provide the fuel. My wife Sheetal, Dr. Sheetal Dhawan, she's sitting here. And Rajnath Singh ji said that chote man se koi bada kaam nahi hota. And I think Sheetal is one spouse who would never allow chota man to happen. So she's always been the force. Kunal, my son, is here. Thanks, Kunal, and my daughter Snehal, who is in the US. Both of them are living the values, and they reflect back and urge us to keep going forward. So thank you. I would also call out the parents. They are the first two universities. IIT Kanpur was the third university, so they instilled the values. I have two elder sisters, so I had a lot of care, guidance, and everything coming through parents and sisters, and also parents-in-law, because, the kind of unselfish love, affection, push that they have provided, just being the cheerleaders, has been the fuel. So thank you so much. I'm so grateful to the Institute. And rest assured that I'll continue to dedicate myself not just to push for IITK excellence and eminence, but also for the nation. Thank you so much.
Yes, so I apologize for mixing your department, Rajat. Moving next, we have our next distinguished alumnus awardee, Dr. Sumit Gulwani. I request Dr. Sumit Gulwani to join us on the stage. Dr. Sumit Gulwani is a distinguished scientist and vice president at Microsoft, where he leads advancements in AI technologies and their integration into mass market products. He is renowned for his pioneering work, including the creation of the famous flash fill feature in Excel, which showcased AI-assisted programming and revolutionized task automation across various Microsoft products like Power Apps, Power Automate, and Copilots. His research has greatly impacted both developers and the education sector. Dr. Gulwani's groundbreaking work in neurosymbolic AI has earned him numerous prestigious awards, including the Max Planck Humboldt Medal and 3 most influential paper awards. With over 170 research publications, he is a fellow of ACM and AAIA and a recipient of the ACM Sick Plan Robin Milner Young Researcher Award. His influence extends beyond research as he initiated the PROS Research Fellowship Program in India and actively champions storytelling in technology. Dr. Gulwani earned his PhD from UC Berkeley, where he received the ACM Sick Plan Doctoral Dissertation Award, and his undergraduate degree in computer science from IIT Kanpur in 2000, where he was awarded the President's Gold Medal, PGM. In recognition of his stellar contribution to AI-assisted programming and their integration into mass market products, IIT Kanpur confers upon Dr. Gulwani the Distinguished Alumnus Award for 2024. I now request our Director, Professor Manindra Agarwal, and Deputy Director, Professor Braj Bhushan, to honor our awardee.
It gives us great pleasure to request Dr. Sumit Gulwani for the acceptance speech.
I'm immensely grateful to my family, which includes my wife, Monica, and 2 lovely kids, Sumay and Suvir, my mom, my sister, my friends, some of whom are here today. I'm also deeply grateful to my research collaborators, to IITK for its world-class and well-rounded education, and my professors. You all have shaped me and inspired my research and professional journey. Thank you. I entered IITK in 1995 in the EE department. My intro programming course inspired my love for computer science so much that I reappeared for JEE in 1996 to secure a better rank to enter the CS department. My lectures in economics taught me to value the what of research, focusing on simplest problems with most impact. In sociology, I learned the how, which comes through teamwork within a culture of trust. But the inspiration for why came from my father. He was a civil engineer who built roads and bridges. And he would always nag me, how does your research help common people? Until I invented flash fill, which jump-started my career. My father lost his own father when he was only 4 years old, and his family faced financial hardships. He studied beneath a street light so that his son never needs to do that. And yet, in a way, I did. During school days, after lights out, I would secretly get up in the night to study under a flashlight. at IIT K, I would study under a night lamp to not bother my roommate. And now as a father myself, I study on phone after putting my kids to sleep. My father taught me that the shortcut to success is through hard work. I would like to dedicate this recognition to him. More than anyone, he would have been the happiest to see me standing here. I miss you, Papa. Thank you.
I would like to invite our next DAA awardee, Mr. Amit Kumar, to join us on stage. Mr. Amit Kumar is the co-founder of No Broker, the world's largest customer-to-customer marketplace and India's first property tech unicorn. Through No Broker, Amit revolutionized the real estate industry by eliminating intermediaries, helping over 3 crore customers and saving rupees 16,000 crore in brokerage fees. Under his leadership, No Broker has grown to a valuation of rupees 8,300 crore with annual revenue of rupees 1,200 crores, while also generating wealth of rupees 500 crores through ESOPs and employing over 6,500 people. Amit holds a degree in civil engineering from IIT Kanpur in 2000 and a master's from IIM Ahmedabad. He actively mentors entrepreneurs and invests in startups, contributing to India's startup ecosystem. In recognition of his outstanding achievements in entrepreneurship and startup ecosystem, IIT Kanpur confers upon Mr. Amit Kumar the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2024. May I request our Director and Deputy Director to honor the awardee.
I now request Sri Amit Kumar to kindly give the acceptance speech.
It is with a lot of gratitude and happiness that I accept this award. And I must say that my journey in IIT Kanpur was filled with mixed emotions. I arrived in IIT Kanpur in 1996 as a civil engineering student, not a great rank, but still filled with some confidence that at least I have been my college topper. And the moment I arrive in the first semester, I see that everybody is a college topper. And then I meet students like Sumit Gulwani who get 10 out of 10 in every semester, dot by dot. And I see genius professors like Dr. Mahinder Agarwal. And I think when you basically go over the first semester shock, which many of us go through, over the years you realize that what IIT Kanpur teaches you and what the grind of quizzes, exams, and surprises teach you is that nothing is impossible. If you apply your mind, if you have perseverance, then over the years you settle in and then you find your own space, you find your own confidence. And I think over the years, this confidence of taking risk is what IIT Kanpur has imbibed in me. And now today, No Broker is 10-year-old. We have 6,000 employees across the country. We make more than 1,000 crore of revenue. We have served more than 3 crore of customers. And this is despite the fact that I have zero prior experience running any startup. I represent the startup world among so many distinguished and I must say better senior alumni than me. And this has happened despite having zero experience in the sector that we work in, which is the real estate. So with no experience as a first generation entrepreneur, whatever I have achieved, I think the confidence is given by IIT Kanpur. And I would urge through this stage that every IIT Kanpur student who is right here should take the knowledge which the institute gives and then not run after the day zero and day one jobs. The confidence which this knowledge, which this institute gives, is to create jobs, is to basically take risk. As a person who is basically on the ground running business, I can tell you that the next few decades are of India. We might see so many daily problems, but those daily problems are the opportunities that startups can basically solve. And I would urge students to take some risk. Because IIT कानपुर ये सिखाता है और ये बताता है कि आपका एक बार IIT कानपुर की डिग्री है तो जिंदगी भर बैठ के खिलाएगी आपको. You can take any risk, and even if you fail, you can come out and you can take any job out there in the industry with 1 lakh rupees here and there. So if as IIT Kanpur alumni, if you can't take risk, then who can take risk? So I would urge and I would hope that in the coming years, there are many, many more startups which will come out of IIT Kanpur. Many more will opt out of placement and take risk and take the real benefit of what IIT Kanpur provides. I would like to share this honor with my wife Priyanka, who is also IIT Kanpur batchmate of mine, my kids Arav and Ane who are here, and my parents Anil and Mitlesh who have attended here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Our next distinguished alumnus awardee is Dr. Saurabh Kumar Tiwari. Dr. Saurabh, please join us on stage. Dr. Saurabh Kumar Tiwari is the General Manager and Vice President of Google's Cloud AI Business Unit, leading key product families such as Vertex AI, Kaggle, Colab, and AI Studio. A distinguished leader in the AI field, Saurabh previously served as Corporate Vice President and Technical Fellow at Microsoft, where he played a pivotal role in the company's AI transformation. He led the Microsoft Turing Group, driving large-scale AI model training and integration across flagship products like Microsoft Copilot, Office 365, Windows, and Bing. He also advised Microsoft Ventures Fund M12, influencing its AI investment strategy. Saurabh pioneered critical initiatives such as MS TAP, Turing Academic Program, and the strategic partnership with OpenAI, bringing GPT models into Microsoft's ecosystem. His leadership at both Google and Microsoft positions him as a central figure in AI innovation. Dr. Saurabh earned his BTech in Electrical Engineering from IIT Kanpur in 2001, followed by an MS and PhD from Carnegie Mellon University and MBA from the Haas School of Business, UC Berkeley. Honoring his stellar contributions in AI innovation and leadership, IIT Kanpur confers upon Dr. Saurabh Kumar Tiwari the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2024. I request our Director and Deputy Director to honor the awardee.
I now request Dr. Saurabh Kumar Tiwari to kindly give the acceptance speech.
All right, so thank you so much. And I have some prepared remarks, so I will read it. So standing here today at IIT Kanpur to receive this Distinguished Alumni Award, I'm filled with deep gratitude and humility. It's truly humbling to be in the presence of such distinguished guests, including Professor Manindra Agarwal, our director, who taught me my first programming class. I think it was ESCO 202, probably, or 101, one of those. As well as Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi, who taught me communications as well as CDMA and its engineering applications. This campus holds memories that shape not just my education, but my entire approach to learning and innovation. About a decade ago, I ventured into the field of deep learning, a domain completely new to me then. I had no formal background in AI, but what I did have was something far more valuable. The fundamental principles and problem-solving mindset that IIT Kanpur had ingrained in me. This institution taught me that the core of innovation isn't just about what you know, but about having the courage to step into the unknown. That leap of faith led me from being a novice in AI to leading deep learning initiatives in Microsoft as technical fellow and corporate vice president, and now leading the Google Cloud AI business. This journey wasn't about having all the answers, it was about having the confidence to ask the right questions, the resilience to learn continuously, and the audacity to dream big. To my parents, thank you for your unwavering support and belief in me. To my wife, thank you for being my rock and for sharing the journey with me. And to my two amazing kids, Ira and Darsh, your support has been my constant strength as I navigate these uncharted waters. This recognition belongs to you all. Looking at the young students here today, I want to share one message. The most valuable thing isn't any textbook, it's the ability to fearlessly adapt and learn. 23 years ago, when I graduated from the electrical engineering department, I couldn't have predicted my path into AI. But the foundation I received here gave me something more precious, the confidence to reinvent myself. As we stand at the frontier of technological revolution, especially in AI, it's not just technical expertise that will matter, but the courage to venture into new territories, the humility to learn continuously, and the vision to see possibilities where others see limitations. This award isn't just a recognition of past achievements, it's a reminder that innovation knows no boundaries when you have the right foundation and the courage to dream. And finally, let me thank Bharat Sarkar for creating and nurturing the Indian Institute of Technologies, without which none of what I have done would have ever been possible. Thank you.
Our last Distinguished Alumnus Awardee for 2024 is Mr. Soham Majumdar. He is not present with us today, so I will read his citation. Mr. Soham Majumdar is a serial entrepreneur and technology visionary known for his leadership in cybersecurity and data analytics. As co-founder and chief architect of Rubrik, he played a key role in growing the company to over $500 million in revenue, culminating in a successful IPO in 2024. An IIT Kanpur graduate in the year 2002 and an International Math Olympiad silver medalist, he is now the CEO of Wisdom AI, an AI-driven data analytics firm he co-founded. Previously, Soham co-founded Tactile, which was acquired by Facebook, and was a technical lead at Google, where he earned the prestigious Founders Award. Honoring his stellar contribution in the field of data security, AI-based analytics, and entrepreneurship, IIT Kanpur confers upon Mr. Soham Majumdar the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2024. We have a pre-recorded acceptance speech of Soham Majumdar, so I would request the admin to play the same.
Dear faculty, staff, students, and fellow alumni, I am truly humbled by the honor of Distinguished Alumnus, a group that has some very big heroes of mine. In fact, two of my batchmates, working along with our director and Dr. Agarwal, proved primes in P, one of the legendary unsolved problems in computer science. Goes without saying that IIT Kanpur has been a huge springboard for me, all the way from a world-class education, lifelong friendships, and later the mentorship of a very, very resourceful and helpful network of alumni. More recently, I had the pleasure of connecting with some super young alumni. In fact, folks who kind of graduated just a couple of years back, and they've already embarked on an incredible entrepreneurial journey. It was very, very invigorating to meet all of them. So to all the students out here, I am just very excited to see what you all are going to do in your careers. You can always expect me and your other fellow alumni who graduated earlier to be there for you for guidance and any help that we can. So all the best. Good luck.
We'll now move on to the next segment, which is the Distinguished Services Award. Started in year 2019, Distinguished Services Awards recognizes the hard work and dedication of alumni in doing exemplary service by becoming the goodwill ambassadors in various fields and augment and support the institute's effort in various ways like facilitating project collaborations, academic collaborations, student workshop, summer projects, etc. Our first awardee in this category is Mr. Anurag Goyal. I would invite Mr. Anurag Goyal to kindly come on the stage, please. Mr. Anurag Goyal brings 52 years of diverse experience in industry, academia, and consultancy. He is currently an independent corporate consultant specializing in innovation and growth and serves as the Vice President of Pan IIT Alumni India and Chairman of the IIT Kanpur Alumni Convention 2024, which saw participation from over 800 alumni. A proactive advocate for continuous improvement and innovation, Mr. Goyal emphasizes the importance of a flexible mindset and total quality skills for achieving sustained corporate growth. He earned his BTech in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Kanpur in 1971 and has consistently made significant contributions to alumni engagement, including organizing the IIT convention in IIT Delhi in 2013 with nearly 1,350 participants, and more recently in 2024 as well. In recognition of his exceptional efforts in fostering alumni engagement and community building, IIT Kanpur confers upon Mr. Anurag Goyal the Distinguished Services Award 2024. I request our Director and Deputy Director to honor our awardee.
May we request Sri Anurag Goyal for the acceptance speech, please.
Professor Manindra Agarwal ji, Director IIT Kanpur, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, esteemed guests, faculty, alumni, and students of IIT Kanpur. It's my great honor for me and my family to receive Distinguished Services Award of IIT Kanpur. I am greatly indebted to my parents, my gurus, my family, my friends, and members of the Outer Delhi chapter of IIT Alumni Association who made me worthy of this award. I received guidance from many eminent IIT Kanpur alumni, Shri Raj Singh Yadav of first pioneering batch, Shri Satish Kaura of SEMTEL, Professor Ashok Mishra, former director of IIT Bombay, and many other eminent IIT Kanpur alumni, faculty members who helped me to make me wise and sharpen my skills. I had the proud privilege to lead the IIT Kanpur Alumni Convention in 2013 as well as in 2014, thanks to Outer Delhi chapter team who led by Vinay Bansal and Damnish Kumar. I am humbled with my wife Anita Goyal family to accept this great honor from IIT Kanpur. Thank you.
Our next Distinguished Services awardee is Dr. Rajiv Ranjan. I request Dr. Rajiv Ranjan to please join us on stage. Dr. Rajiv Ranjan is a seasoned engineering leader in the semiconductor and electronic design automation industry with over 20 years of experience across both startups and established companies. Dr. Ranjan has been an active member of the IIT Kanpur alumni community for nearly 2 decades. He has been serving as president of the IIT Kanpur Alumni Association Silicon Valley chapter from 2010 to 2012, where he cultivated leadership within the community and mentored successive leaders to carry forward the chapter's mission. Dr. Ranjan took over as the president of the IIT Kanpur Foundation in USA in 2020 and has been instrumental in redefining the foundation's image within North America, working with the teams at IIT Kanpur Development Foundation and IIT Kanpur Foundation in USA. Dr. Ranjan has been able to reach new heights for these foundations, and he has been helping raising funds for the alma mater to enable numerous initiatives that help IIT Kanpur become one of the world's premier institutions. In recognition of his contributions as a Goodwill Ambassador, IIT Kanpur confers upon Dr. Rajiv Ranjan the Distinguished Services Award 2024. I request our Director and Deputy Director to honor the awardee.
I now request Dr. Rajiv Ranjan to kindly give the acceptance speech.
Hello, yes. Only a couple more speeches to go, so just hang tight. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge the speech by our Honorable Minister, Rajnath Singh. I mean, can we have a round of applause for such an inspiring speech he gave, didn't he? In fact, I was so inspired that I almost wanted to re-enroll in IIT Kanpur program, to accept his challenge to do some fundamental research, etc. Let's talk about my own journey. Almost 40 years ago, in a rural village in Bihar, I received the news of my JEE selection through a personal messenger. This messenger traveled from Patna to my village because there was no telephone connection then, and there were no courier services. Fast forward to about 2 months ago, while working in a gym in a high-tech company in Silicon Valley, I received a call on my cell phone from Professor Manindra Agarwal and informing me about the award that I was going to receive. Nelson Mandela had said, "Education is the most powerful weapon one can use to change the world." In my case, the impact IIT Kanpur has made on my career and my life cannot be overstated, and I'll forever be grateful for that. I have made lifelong friends, like many of us. In fact, one of my close friends, Satyajit Ranganathan, is here. In my case, beyond friendship, I also found a life partner. I also found my life partner, Renu Mehra, class of 91, and maybe some of you may have noticed her name and this popping up here. This day last year, I was here at the campus as Renu received her Distinguished Alumnus Award herself. I am deeply honored by this award and quite humbled by being in the company of such fantastic winners. They have so much achievements they have gotten in their various fields. I joined IIT in 1986 August. At that time, IIT was a top institute for many years, and many years after that. In my time, 17 of the top 35 JEE rankers had joined IIT Kanpur. I understand the situation is different now for the last decade or more, but I think with the appropriate collaboration between institute, faculty, alumni, and we can strive to become one of the top institutions again. And I am honored to be part of this endeavor as the president of the IIT Kanpur Foundation, USA. I would like to extend my thanks to Professor Abhay Krandikar, ex-director of IIT Kanpur, and Professor Manindra Agarwal for making extensive effort to strengthen the alumni-institute relationship. And it's tremendously important for the institute, especially in the context of North America. I would also like to thank Kapil Kaul and his team at ITK DF. The ITK Foundation USA that I'm heading, it's run by only volunteers. So Kapil's team's support is really important for us to run the operations. Professor Agarwal was in USA just a month or so ago as part of the roadshow, what we call Karwa. So in part of that Karwa, we visit many cities, and Professor Agarwal talked about a vision about what needs to happen at IIT Kanpur and so that we can regain its old glory. His transparency and his vision really resonated with alumni in general. In fact, I had many conversations with people in the audience, and they were quite energized by this. This would be, it will require quite a bit of effort. It will require participation from faculty, it will require resources, it will require proper execution. Also, the alumni network, especially from North America, will be crucial for providing necessary fundraising, etc. Also, the guidance from industry and academia. I look forward to continue to contribute towards growth and success of IIT Kanpur and its thriving alumni network. Thank you very much.
We now move on to the last segment of today's award category, which is Young Alumnus Award. Started in the year 2019, the Young Alumnus Award is conferred to those alumni who are less than 40 years of age and have contributed significantly and achieved outstanding recognition in their early career. In this category, our first awardee today is Professor Aparna Singh. I invite Professor Aparna Singh to kindly join us on stage. Professor Aparna is an accomplished researcher and an associate professor in the Department of Metallurgical Engineering and Material Science at IIT Bombay. She has received several prestigious accolades, including Young Metallurgist of the Year 2018, Young Engineer Award 2022, and Young Associateship 2023. In 2024, she was elected to the National Academy of Sciences. Aparna has successfully supervised 8 PhD students who have secured positions at renowned institutes like IIT BHU and EPFL. She has published over 70 journal articles and filed more than 14 patents, showcasing her commitment to advancing her field of research. Her research includes collaborations with industry leaders to develop advanced materials. Aparna, after graduating from IIT Kanpur in 2007, where she received the Director's Gold Medal and other honors, and she proceeded for her PhD in material science at MIT. Honoring her contributions to the development of novel, high strength and toughness, nano-structured steels and composites, IIT Kanpur confers the Young Alumnus Award 2024 upon Professor Aparna. I request Director and Deputy Director to honor our awardee.
I now request Professor Aparna Singh to kindly give the acceptance speech.
So namaste to all. So I'm sure after hearing so many amazing stories, you're all impressed. So the same goes for me. After hearing so many amazing stories, I don't have any recollection of my stories anymore. So let me just talk about the feeling that I have in my heart, which is strongest right now, that is of gratitude. So I wish to thank our director, Professor Manind Agrawal, and the committee members who chose me for this award. I'm really honored. I will also like to thank all the professors of IIT Kanpur who have worked extremely hard among so many challenges to make this place a haven of excellence. And last but not the least, I'll also like to thank all the fellow alumni, whose amazing stories always inspire me. I'll also like to thank my batchmates at the same time. I saw their struggles, I saw their stories all around me when I was an undergraduate student, and I was always inspired by that. That is what, made me pursue perfection. And thank you so much for giving this award to me. Namaskar.
Our next awardee in Young Alumnus Award category is Mr. Abhishek Bhaumik. He is not present with us today, but we will play his pre-recorded acceptance speech. Dr. Abhishek Bhaumik is a visionary technologist and entrepreneur, co-founder and CTO of Samuha, a secure data collaboration platform acquired by Snowflake. His leadership earned Samuha a spot on Fast Company's most innovative companies list in 2024. Before Samuha, Abhishek spent over 5 years at Apple, leading key privacy and security initiatives for billions of iPhones. He also resolved a 30-year open problem in information theory, earning recognition as an invited speaker at Princeton's Institute for Advanced Study. Abhishek graduated in computer science from IIT Kanpur in 2010. He is deeply committed to philanthropy and community service, actively mentoring young talent and collaborating with leading computer science figures to advance fundamental research. Honoring his contributions to technological innovation and entrepreneurship, IIT Kanpur confers upon Dr. Abhishek Bhaumik the Young Alumnus Award 2024. I request admin to play the pre-recorded acceptance speech.
Respected Director, distinguished faculty, fellow alumni, and honored guests. I'm here before you with deep gratitude and humility in accepting the Young Alumnus Award for the year 2024. And what makes this even more special is that I just became a father 2 weeks back, so it brings me immense joy to share this milestone with my little kiddo. My time at IIT Kanpur laid the foundation of everything that followed. Under the guidance of Professor Manind Agrawal, I discovered my passion for theoretical computer science and my love for going after hard problems. His guidance, along with that of the rest of the esteemed faculty, shaped the bedrock of my technical expertise. I also have very fond memories from the late night discussions in the halls and canteens on a variety of topics, including technical matters, philosophical debates, and a healthy dose of troublemaking. Reflecting on my journey, IIT Kanpur bestowed upon me 3 invaluable gifts. 1,
a strong technical foundation to base my innovations on. 2, the strength and courage to go after entrepreneurial ventures. And 3, a network of brilliant minds who continue to inspire me and support me. As I accept this honor, I'm reminded that with recognition comes responsibility. So to all students out there, dream big, take risks, and know that setbacks are part of the process. To all my fellow alumni, let's continue giving back to the institution that shaped us all. I share this award with my family, and most importantly, my wife, whose unwavering support made this all possible. I also want to acknowledge my peers and my friends for their many partnerships and friendships along the way. In closing, I envision a remarkable future for IIT Kanpur with groundbreaking discoveries across AI, cybersecurity, energy, healthcare, all emanating from these halls. And at the center of this transformation are our professors, whose dedication not just shaped careers, but destinies. And to all those professors, I dedicate my award to you. Thank you, IIT Kanpur.
So in this year's awardee list, our last awardee is Professor Pulkit Agrawal. Professor Pulkit is also not present with us today, but we have his acceptance speech, which will be played. And his parents are here, whom I will call after the citation for accepting the award. Professor Pulkit Agrawal is an associate professor at MIT, leading the Improbable AI Lab with groundbreaking research in robotics and learning methods for control. His work has earned prestigious awards, including the Best Paper Award at the Conference on Robot Learning 2021 and the IEEE Early Career Award in Robotics and Automation. He has also received research grants from companies like Sony, Salesforce, and Amazon. Beyond academia, Professor Agrawal co-founded Safely You, reducing falls for people with dementia, and advises several AI startups. He has over 11,000 citations and an H-index of 35, marking his early career impact. A sought-after speaker, his work has been featured by Netflix, BBC, and Forbes. Professor Agrawal holds a PhD from UC Berkeley and a BTech from IIT Kanpur in 2011, where he received the Director's Gold Medal. Honoring his contributions to robotics and AI, IIT Kanpur confers upon Professor Pulkit Agrawal the Young Alumnus Award 2024. So I request parents of Professor Pulkit Agrawal to come forward to accept the award on his behalf. I request Director Professor Maninder Agrawal and Deputy Director Professor Braj Bhushan to present the award.
Thank you, sir. Moving forward,
May I request the admin to play the acceptance speech of Professor Pulkit?
Good evening, everyone. I am so honored and delighted to be receiving this award. I would like to dedicate this to my parents, grandparents, and to IIT Kanpur. You have made me who I am today. My first curiosity in science was sparked by my Chote Dadaji, Professor Shyam Agarwal, who not only answered my questions but made me think even more. One fine day, returning back from school in class 10th, my father asked me about my future. That was perhaps the first time I seriously considered IITs. On the other hand, my mom was really concerned because my JEE exam was in 2007, the year of the Cricket World Cup. Luckily, batting with a pen worked out, and I ended up in IIT Kanpur. I wanted to understand the brain, and electrical engineering seemed like the perfect department to be in. Of course, only to realize that human intelligence is so different from how circuits are just after my first semester. However, at IIT Kanpur, you realize that there are no dead ends. It's a place full of opportunities. It was just not about courses, my batchmates, or my professors. There is something in the air so special, it's so hard to put in words. I miss not being there. I fondly recall so many discussions and insights coming from Professor V.K. Sinha, A.K. Chaturvedi, Amitabh Mukherjee, Lakshmidhar Behra, who taught me neural networks that I still use today, Professor A.R. Harish, Alok Datta, Surendra Baswana, Mayanak Das, Joseph John, Marinder Agarwal, Vineet Sahu, and so many others. Their thoughts shaped me and continue to shape my thinking even today. The emphasis on education beyond engineering, a robust student gymkhana, and the amazing student politics scene, the thriving cultural clubs, the Science and Technology Council, Takriti, Technique, Robocon, Antaragni, the Inter-IIT Sports Meet, and being part of the aquatics team under the guidance of Wadi sir. It set the platform for my future self. Thank you everyone for being there for me. I hope together we can create a stronger, world-leading and vibrant future for India and for IIT Kanpur. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Moving forward, I once again congratulate all the awardees and their families and take this opportunity to mention that the Institute takes great pride in their contribution to society, and we wish them many more accomplishments in the years to come. I would now request Professor Jagannatham to kindly deliver a vote of thanks.
It is an honor to extend the vote of thanks on this memorable evening of the 65th Institute Foundation Day. I would like to begin by expressing our heartfelt appreciation to all who have directly or indirectly contributed to the success of this event. Your collective efforts and enthusiasm are deeply valued and cherished by IIT Kanpur. First and foremost, we are immensely grateful to Honorable Chief Guest Shri Rajnath Singh Ji, Defense Minister, Government of India, and Shri Sanjeev Kumar, Secretary, Department of Defense Production, Ministry of Defense, Government of India, Professor Manindra Agarwal, Director, IIT Kanpur, and Professor Braj Bhushan, Deputy Director, IIT Kanpur, for gracing this occasion with their presence. Congratulations to all our distinguished alumnus and Institute fellow awardees, both present here and those joining us virtually, for their remarkable achievements. A very special thank you to Professor Deepu Philip for his instrumental role in planning this Foundation Day celebration. Our heartfelt thanks to Colonel Rajesh Jindal for hosting this event with warmth and grace, enhancing the overall experience for everyone present. We are also grateful to Mrs. Prajna Khandekar for gracing the event with the Saraswati Vandana. A special thanks to the Directorate and staff members for their unwavering support. Our gratitude extends to the heads of departments, DORA, DOFA, DOA, DOIP, IWD, IMOC, Media Technology Center, and their office staff members whose dedication and hard work have made this evening possible. We extend our sincere appreciation to all the student volunteers, visitor hostel staff, security personnel, and everyone involved in ensuring the success and hospitality of this event. A sincere thank you to our alumni, donors, and well-wishers present here and across the globe, whose unwavering support has built this esteemed institution and contributed to the legacy of IIT Kanpur. Finally, we extend our deep appreciation to the Army Band for joining us and lending their music to the national anthem. Thank you, and may you all have a wonderful day. I now request Colonel Rajesh Jindal to invite the Army Band for the national anthem. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. As sir just mentioned, we have an army band that is led by band in charge Naib Subedar Jitendra Singh. Before I invite the band, sir, if you allow me, I'll just say a few words, though it may not be customary. Thank you very much, the director, sir, and the entire fraternity for giving me this divine experience. यहाँ के मुझे लगा जैसे पुराने अपने गांव में लौट आया हूँ. यहाँ के पेड़ पौधे और यहाँ की धूप में भी लगता है कि ज़्यादा सफ़ेदी है. तो मुझे किसी कवि की वो पंक्तियाँ याद आ गईं, जहाँ पेड़ पर चार दाने लगे, हज़ारों तरफ से निशाने लगे. ये क्या हो गया है मेरे गांव को, परिंदे भी उड़ कर के जाने लगे. तो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर दिस डिवाइन एक्सपीरियंस. May I now request the band leader, नायब सूबेदार जितेंद्र सिंह, राजपुताना राइफल्स की 8वीं बटालियन के पाइप बैंड द्वारा राष्ट्रगान की धुन बजाई जाएगी. कृपया अपने अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं. I would request the band to please play the national anthem. भारतीय सेना में आज भी सैन्य संगीत की पुरानी परंपराएं हैं. राजपुताना राइफल्स भारतीय सेना की सबसे पुरानी रेजिमेंट्स में से एक है, जिसका ये बैंड आज राष्ट्रगान बजाएगा. ससम्मान अपने अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We come to the end of this historical event. Thank you once again.